You already know what it is.
Live,
Live,
uncut,
uncut, unedited.
unedited.
Tell
Tell
the
the
truth
truth and
and
shame
shame the
the
devil.
devil.
I love
Love
being
being
black.
black. Come on in, people. Come on in. Come on in. Hey, come on in. Come on in. Come on in. I love being black. I tell y'all, folks. I tell you, I had to redo this, redo it. I'm sorry, I had to redo it, reload it, reload it. Joined. Okay. What's up, my brother? I see you. I see you. 1, 2, 3. I see you. I see you. How you feeling? 1, 2, 3. My brother, how you
How
feeling?
you doing, brother? How you doing, brother Mark?
Brother, I'm blessed. I tell you, it's a good time.
I used to come in with my phone muted.
Oh yeah, hey, it's a good time to be living in the land of the living.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed.
I tell you, it's a good time to be living in the land of the living. Folks don't understand how precious life is until it's gone. I tell you, I love being black.
That's true.
They don't know how precious life is. Everything in life is temporarily. Everything in life.
Folks take it for granted. Take it for granted every day.
They take it for granted every day. They take it for granted every day. I tell you, I love being black. Good evening, all my wonderful people. Good evening, wonderful people. They want to hear from Martin Johnson. They lined up watching. They said, what Martin Johnson gonna say today? I wonder what he gonna come up with. They just wondering. They wonder what Martin Johnson is coming up with. I tell you. Folks are miserable. They are miserable. Hey, everybody. I appreciate you guys tuning in. It's good to be living in the land of the living, people. I promise you guys that. I am so focused and locked in on my target, people. I'm like a pit bull that's locked. You got to put a crowbar in my mouth to take me off. You got to beat me in my head and take me off of you. And when I get locked in, I'm locked in, people. Some of y'all guys remember me when I was on a nail protest. And man, I was locked in. I was focused on my enemy, on my target. I'm telling you, I love being black. And trust me, people, I ain't never steered y'all wrong. Trust me. Never steered you wrong. All I got to tell y'all just better watch and wait. I got a big surprise for y'all, big surprise. I tell you, everything that I've been saying, I got it right here on this phone, right here. I got proof. I can send this internet up right now to 1 million views if I want to. Just all I got to do is share one video and it's all over. It's all over. It's all I got to do. But I'm going to be quiet. Be quiet. When I said I was done today, I didn't mean I was done with social media. I mean, I got everything that I've been waiting on. You know, when you get some proof, people, when your suspicions arise and you get it. Like, oh, look here what I got. I was shouting today. I called some friends of mine. I said, y'all better pray for me. I said, I got him. I got him. This title right behind me. That's a bad title right there, they say. It's a bad title, people. People, let me tell you something. Y'all ain't never seen me waver. You ain't never seen me show no signs of weakness. You never seen my knees buckle. You never see my eyes lock into one side.
Please
But I
subscribe.
know
Has joined.
that the eyes is the light of the soul. And I have been blessed with the gift of discernment. I can pick up spirits. I don't have to see you doing things, but your spirit is all over you. I'm telling you, people, they better not mess with me. They better leave me alone. I'm telling you. When I tell you I got this, Dr. D, I got it. When I tell you I got it, I got it. When I tell you I wish I could tell, I wish I could tell y'all. I wish I could show you people. I was shouting today. I was so happy. My goodness. It was almost like it was a payday. It was a payday. See, one thing about me, listen, I walk what I talk. And you are what you respond to. So I don't have to respond to nothing. I know who I am. And anybody that know me personally know who I am. I tell you. Look at y'all. Y'all waiting on some gossip tonight. You waiting on the internet war. I got something for you, though. I'm going to tell you about it. I might even let y'all hear it tonight. But I ain't going to show it to you. I got him. I got him. I got him. When I tell you I got him, I got him, I got him. Boy, you might as well go and hang this title up. It's over with. Listen, if it ain't over with, I'm going to stop crying. It's over. It's over. I got him. And I ain't talking about 8 years ago either. I ain't talking about 8 years ago. I got him. It's right here in this phone right here.
Lord have mercy.
It's right in this phone right here. I got him. See, I showed up last night with proof. They had to go back and recorrect themselves. Because, hey, y'all know what we do on here.
Tell the truth.
And what?
And shame the devil.
And shame the devil.
Tell the truth.
Amen.
And shame the devil. Tell the truth. And shame the devil.
People, there's a video.
He's showing out.
There's a video. God, oh my mama. There's a video around here surfacing.
Lord
Got somebody laying in the bed. Oh my God.
Oh,
Oh my God, Dr. D. Oh my God. If I show that video, the video gonna go, it's gonna go 1 million views. I put my life on it. But I won't do it.
I believe it.
People, y'all won't believe what I got my hands on today. Hold a hand.
Oh my
They
God.
said, listen, they said if you hold your peace and let the Lord fight your battle. My goodness, Lord, have mercy. See, sometimes people, you just got to sit back and wait. See, one thing I learned about in this life, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And I told you guys, except the Lord, they that labor in vain. This platform was not built on lies, thighs, titties, and breasts. It was not built on that, Dr. D. You know, sister, you know it wasn't.
Right.
Listen,
Right.
I can't get nowhere lying on my brother, on my sister at all. Brothers and sisters, if y'all gonna put me away with the truth. Don't put me away with no lie. Put me away with the truth. Make me go away with my head hanging down. My goodness. Chi-Town, Crime Chasers, CCC, you in trouble, brother. You in trouble. When I tell you, you in trouble. You in trouble, brother. You in trouble. You can't wiggle your way out of this, what I got right here. You cannot wiggle your way out of this, what I got right here. You can't do it. You can't do it. Ain't no grown man gonna be laying in the bed with a T-top. Sure, you know what I'm talking about. If you listen, don't you know what I'm talking about?
Have mercy.
And some of them little people walking around and laughing and joking. You know what I'm talking about. Now, let me hear one more thing from you, brother. I'm going to drop this video on you, boy. I'm going to send this internet up crazy. They're going to be mad at me. They're already mad at me for exposing a pedophile.
Jesus, Lord
Something
have
got to
mercy.
be wrong with you.
Mm.
Anybody that on this live that listen to me, listen, I am not hiding no pedophile. I'm not going to pet you. I'm not going to rub you. It's going to be okay. You just sit out. I'm not going to do none of that.
Mm.
You're going to pay. That's what you're going to do.
Mm.
I'm a part of the village, and I'm going to protect the village at all costs. And that's my job to do. I'm duty bound. I got one obligation out here, people, is to love you. And that's it. And I can love you from a distance. Some of you out there have never had a conversation with me. You don't even know me. You don't know anything about me. But I got your number too. I got you. I always say, sister, you got to be careful how you treat the crime chaser. You just might need me one day. I'm telling you. There are some allegations, people. I got the video. And I'm not going to lie to y'all. I got it. I promise God I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. You cannot make no excuse. You're not going to be able to wiggle up out of here. You're not going to be able to wiggle out of this video.
Oh, my God.
But I promise that I wouldn't show it. I didn't promise that I wouldn't play it, let you hear a little bit. I might let y'all hear a little bit on there. Let me just tell y'all this, parents. I'm going to take my hat off on this one. You know, old man still got a little hair on his head. Let me take my hat on this. Listen, I want to say something to the parents. All jokes aside, parents, watch your children. Watch your children. All jokes aside. Throw all feelings out. Throw your feelings out about me, this other character. Watch your children. They are being groomed. And I'm not talking about nothing 8 years ago. I'm talking about months. I'm not talking about no old accusations. I'm talking about some new things that don't look good. Don't look good for an adult man. Don't look good. Ooh, I want to show this video so bad, but I got to be a man of integrity. That's what I have to be. I'm not going to do it. No, Doc, I'm not going to do it. Doc, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. But I'm going to let y'all know I got it. I got it in this phone. I got it right here. I got it, a video in this phone right there. We're going to send that boy going to have to take down this sign right here. He's going to have to take it down. That title, he called it a title. You're going to take it down, young man. You're done. You're done. You might as well transfer your platform over to somebody else and go ahead and hide because you're done. You're done. When I tell you you're done, you're done. They didn't tell you about me that I was a warrior, that I was a pit bull.
Arlene Hollis
They,
you don't have nothing.
yeah, listen. They didn't tell you. Don't let these people out here mislead you. I'm the man. I'm the man. Some people on here only can draw a crowd with chaos. A normal conversation, they can't get nobody to come on their live at all. All they're doing is chasing clout. They have no solutions. They have lost their integrity long time ago. And I ain't covering none of those booty bandits. I ain't covering for none of them. Birds of the feather, they flock together. They mad at Johnson. Booty bandits. I would play my song, but it might knock me off. Booty bandits. I see you. I know who you are. Booty bandits. Y'all know it. You know it. You know it. You know who I'm talking about. You ain't no good. No good. How could a man try to pacify a predator, a child predator. Period. How could they do it? Something. Listen, let me tell y'all a story real quick about Solomon and Gomorrah real quick. Now it had already been told that if you turn around, when God destroyed it, don't turn around, you're going to turn to a pillar of salt. And somebody turned around because they had something in them that can identify what's going back behind them. Well, listen, let me tell y'all something. And I told y'all, except the Lord build a house, they that labor in vain. In vain. You can't build no house off another house. Your foundation wasn't right. Your heart wasn't right. Listen, sometime when we get power, people, money, and fame, we get a little arrogance. I've always told God, keep me humble. I want to be a humble man. I say, I want to be able to, for the people to just touch and put their hand on me. I want to be able to bump hands and lock arms with folks. That's what I want.
Amen.
I was at a funeral yesterday. They kept calling me crime chaser. I said, no, don't call me crime chaser. These people have known me 30, 40, 50 years. You can call me Martin Johnson. I'm Martin Johnson. Y'all know me before the crime chaser.
Amen.
I told them. I just kept it 100 real. Oh, you know you're doing it. I said, no, I know, but just call me Martin Johnson. I've been knowing y'all 30 and 40 and 50 years. Y'all had to do that. We family. We family. We are family, people. Can I ask y'all a question, audience? And I want y'all to be perfectly honest with me. I don't care, and I ain't gonna delete nobody as long as you ain't disrespectful. Am I wrong for exposing a pedophile? Am I wrong?
Nope.
No.
No, I want them to put it in
No.
put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. Tell me, just all I need is a yes and no. Am Martin Johnson wrong for exposing a pedophile? Put it in the comments. That's all. I want to know that. How could we go from exposing a pedophile to focusing on me? I wasn't the one that's soliciting a child. That wasn't me. Why is I'm on trial? Have y'all thought about that? I'm on trial. They put me on trial. Like I'm the bad guy.
Your name.
Listen, they want this platform, Dr. D. They can't have it. You can't have it. God gave it to me. God gave it to me. Put it in orders. Am I wrong for exposing?
Okay, so, but
hold it.
But I would like.
No. I'm talking. Hold it. I would like to know, people, am I wrong for exposing a pedophile, a child predator that have been busted and convicted? I'm wrong. Now y'all want to talk.
I love being
You want to
black.
talk that black talk now when it comes to a brother. Don't do that, Martin. We destroying each other. Brother, if you are a child predator, you are not my brother. You're sick. You're sick. And I'm not locking arms with anybody. I don't care if they're well-named activists with this brother. When I see you with him, I'm done with you, period.
Amen.
Because once this video come out, first thing you're going to say,
It's
Martin,
coming.
you was right. I'm sorry. You was right, Martin. Because I got it. Oh, I got it. On my dead mama grave, I got it.
Secretly
I got
recorded video. Lord have mercy.
And I'm turning it in to the police tomorrow. We're going to see what the police got to do with it. Say I'm going to tell you.
Oh my God.
I'm going to let y'all know who
Martin.
turned it. I'm going to let y'all know who turned it in. Martin Johnson turned it in. You can call me a snitch.
Turn it in.
Whatever you
I'll
want.
be there with you.
Whatever you want to
And
call
Martin.
me, I'll be that. I'm turning it in.
Martin,
Yes.
you know what, Martin, this is Taylor. Good evening, this is Tasha.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to say, I've been reading comments on the last couple of days. But
It's an
that's
echo.
to be expected. All the denial, that's to be expected. because you see that so much with our people. Not just with our people, you know, our people are not the only ones that do it, but we really cannot afford to let these type of things go unchecked. And the fact that he gathered all of the boys together, because I don't know if you had been following, but before he started taking them out, he was posting screenshots of conversations that he had with the boys in his inbox. And some of the things the little boys were saying were like they were depressed and da-da-da. And I'm like, why are they confided in him like this? What kind of conversations did you have with them beforehand that they were comfortable saying all this with you? You know, so you need to keep pressing on this issue so those parents that had trusted him could know that this is the end of the road and not to associate their children
Tell the
with him
truth.
anymore.
And
That's it.
shame the devil.
That's it. That's it.
They keep saying to leave him alone. They keep saying leave him alone. But you have some parents, because think about it. They couldn't possibly have known this man before they let their kids go off with him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So these type of people that let that man take their sons off alone, they may need a little extra convincing, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Because they're not the skeptical type.
But can I chime in on that? See,
Go
the
ahead.
problem is the reason why we're talking about this. This is Dr. Davis, you guys. Because Martin ain't keep being implemented into this. Now I'm sitting here listening. I can hear myself talking. Can somebody mute
Let me turn it
their
down. a bit.
computer, please?
Hold on, it's probably got too loud. Go ahead. How's that now? Go ahead. Is that better?
Okay, yeah, much better. That was
Okay.
you.
Oh, that was me. Okay, I'm
sitting
sorry.
here looking at these comments,
Uh-huh.
and people on here being real disrespectful, saying you need to give the full truth. 6 years ago, and it was not a
Hold
young
it,
child.
hold it,
It
hold it,
was
Dr.
a young
D.
child.
Hold it, Dr. D. I'm done with the 8 years
Okay.
ago. I'm talking about this. The allegations that I got now on this video.
I know.
This is like 6 months ago. I got I got a video.
And
I'm telling you, I'm turning it into the police tomorrow. I got a video. God on my dead mother grave. I'm turning it into the police. I got text messages and everything.
oh my God.
Some concerned
what
parent.
people not understanding
But
on this.
Listen, Dr.
I'm gonna let you
Listen.
finish. I'm gonna let
Go
you
ahead,
finish.
Dr. D. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you talk. Go ahead. I'll talk. Go ahead.
What I'm sitting here reading these comments on your platform, and Tawana Harrington say no, but it's a better way you could handle it. You all not understanding that he's putting his name as the crime chaser, so people thinking that he's Martin Johnson. Mr. Martin Johnson has to protect his name. He is not a pedophile. He don't be around kids like that. He don't do that. This man, if y'all watch this video, he had to implement Martin in it. Like, what is he doing? Y'all don't understand that. And Mr. Martin Johnson has to protect his name and who he is as a man. He is not arrogant and he's not a narcissist. But guess what? That man Justin is arrogant and he's a narcissist.
Yep.
Dr. Sanders, are you with me?
Yeah.
Is she on tonight?
I don't know. She might be on. I'm not sure. You got there. Yeah.
You know, come on now. You all got to give Mr. Judge, y'all willing to give a pedophile a chance? Make that make sense. And he got proof.
But
He has proof that this man been luring and grooming these kids.
Hey, listen, Dr. D, Dr. Davis, I got video right here in my phone. Not from 8 years ago, from literally 3, 4, 5 months ago. I'm gonna say 5 months. I got text messages in this phone right here. He better come in. Huh? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, 1, 2, 3. Go ahead.
I just want to say I watched the live earlier. I guess he was going live on Joe Jedediah's page. Am I saying that right?
Hold on. No, it's called Jetta Liar. Say Jetta Liar.
Jedediah, okay.
Jetta Liar.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, and it's like they were trying to clear his name, but they were not even touching on the topic at all. It's like how do you clear a person without even allowing him to say what happened?
Jed wouldn't let nobody talk.
No,
that lady Helen. He wouldn't let her talk, wouldn't let her ask no questions. Just an animal.
Mhm.
And it was frustrating. It was frustrating to her because she really wanted to ask them what happened, and it was more like they were sheltering him a little bit, like trying to hide the truth a little bit. And that's when I knew like something ain't right.
Hey, well, let me say this.
And even the look on his face.
Let
Go
me
ahead.
say this, people. Have I been transparent with you guys all the way through this process? I have been transparent with you guys. I have been transparent all the way through with you guys in this process. There's no lie. I've been transparent with you guys. I have not lied on the young man. I have not cussed him out. But listen, when I first came in contact with the guy on the phone, I asked him, I said, why did you use my name, brother? And when I went live and I told everybody, I just want to set the record clear, I don't want him to do nothing wrong with that name because people are going to look at me. And people, oh, Mar, you just hating. How can I hate on a person that's trying to be like me? Somebody answer that for me. How could I hate on a person that's trying to be like me? If I walk backwards, he walked backwards. If I walk forward, he walked forward. Just figuratively speaking. Trust me. I started this trend. Trust me. At all. I started it. Some of y'all mad because you want me to go out there and chase crime. You just want something to happen to me. You ain't concerned about people laying on the ground. You looking for entertainment. Only time some of y'all are concerned when a man or woman laying on the ground if it's your relative or your friend. If it's not your relative or your friend, you don't care about nothing. Your heart is just that dark and evil. The Bible said the heart is desperately wicked. Who can know it? I'm telling y'all. So don't come on here with all that Jesus talk and you living and walking and talking like the devil. A lot of y'all are. You go to church every Sunday and pray, but you live in deceit. You lie, you steal, you cheat. You're conniving. You're ungrateful. You're mean spirit. And go to church on Saturday and Sunday talking about God. God said, I don't even know you. Some of you on the fist. They straddling on the fist. See, they try to figure out which side to go on. Listen, I tell people, don't come on my side, just come on the truth side. That's it. The truth. You tell the truth and shame the devil. That's what we do here.
Tell the truth and shame the
what?
devil.
The devil. So listen, people, I appreciate y'all for listening. I know who I am, and I don't have to explain. I ain't on the defense. The burden of proof is on you guys. I tell you. I ain't on video. I ain't on 26 in California with the mud shot. Child chasing. Not me. Not Martin Johnson. You don't hear no accusations on Martin Johnson, child chasing. You hearing lies, but ain't nobody proved nothing yet. Prove it. Prove it to me. With your bisexual self.
Like these
with your bisexual self. You ain't got to like them, D. They on here watching me and I ain't watching them. They mad.
Yeah, they are.
They watching. Y'all on here watching me. You want to see what Martin Johnson got to say.
Mad about a name.
Listen, if I wasn't nobody, you wouldn't be on here.
You gaslighting.
Man.
Right, that part.
Yeah. Listen, I haven't violated no child. So why is I'm on trial? I'm on trial for telling the truth. But wait till that video drop on y'all. And y'all gonna know who put it out there. I did. I'm taking it to the police tomorrow. Let the police deal with it. Let them investigate it. Because it's very disturbing to me. Very disturbing. A grown man with a bunch of little, oh my God. You lucky it was a lot of little babies up in there because I'll pull that video up right now. And I got to protect the identity of them babies. You lucky, you devil, you. Yeah, I said it. And anybody that ride with you that
can't.
look like
You
you
can't
and
show it.
standing with you, I'm calling them a devil.
Jesus.
You're low down. You're evil.
No, he is growing up, Mal. He is growing up.
Mm.
Somebody just said you grow up. No, he needs to do. Martin is doing the right thing.
Yeah.
He's taking it to the police station where it needs to be placed. Because if you ain't never been raped, that's not a fun thing.
Thank you. I'm protecting victims. I ain't protecting no clout.
That's right.
I'm protecting victims tonight. And if you got a problem with me protecting victims, you can get off this live right now and go somewhere else. Or I can help you. I can help you. I'm protecting victims. That's what my main concern is. I don't care about nothing else but the victims tonight. And that's who I'm protecting. Have you ever been raped? Have you ever been molested? You don't know. That's our problem.
Wow, we got a lot of his followers on this page tonight.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
That's all right.
That's okay. They welcome.
Watching you. They are
They're
watching
welcome.
you.
They welcome. You can't tell me to grow. And matter of fact, this is Martin G. Johnson page. And if you don't like what I say and put on here, you can leave. Simple as that. You can unfollow and delete. I ain't following you. You can leave. You can
A
leave.
lot of his followers on here tonight.
That's okay. They ain't gonna be following them too long because they ain't gonna be nothing to follow.
Oh my God.
I'm telling y'all people, there's gonna be an investigation going on here. There's some new allegations surfacing, people. New allegations. We ain't talking about 8 years ago. There's some new stuff that's going on. And it don't look good. It don't look good. It raised up some questions.
Show it, people. He cannot show that video because he has to protect the kids.
Yeah, I have to protect the kids.
So the best thing for him to do is
give it to the police.
Station.
Yeah.
So if you all knew anything, y'all would know that he cannot do that because he'll be implemented and Facebook and Instagram and everybody can kick him off. He cannot do that. He has to protect the kids. Now, if he was boosting, as you all on here saying that he acting like he's God, y'all know damn well that Martin is not God. That he is trying to protect them kids. Now, he's not boosting about this man raping kids. Come on, y'all, get some damn sense. That is what's wrong with people today.
They mad. They mad. They ain't got nothing on me. That's why they mad. That's all that is. That's all that is. You mad. I don't owe you no money. I don't want your woman. I don't know you. I ain't begging for no money. You just don't like me because you can't control me. That's all it is. I got the juice and you mad. I built this from the ground with your help, sharing the videos. Don't you know how many people have been helped from this platform? Don't you know how many young ladies have been found from this platform? Do you know how many people have found their loved ones in the hospital because of my video? Do you know that? Do you know how many funerals that I have attended? Do you know that? Do you know how many mothers that I have talked to and gave them good advice from this platform? How many of you can say that? Begging people for money.
None of them. None of them.
Begging, bullying people. Bullying people.
And please stop calling Martin a bitch. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who said that? I'm deleting them.
Lauren Cherada Sims. He is too grown to be acting like a little bitch. Jealousy is something else. But karma is just like how Martin is acting
hold on.
a bitch.
Don't
come on.
No. Tell him.
Him.
Hey, tell him to call in and tell me in my face. And I'm gonna tell him something.
I'm gonna tell him.
Call in.
I'm gonna
call in.
I'm watching this thread. This
call
is ridiculous. The words come out of people's mouth.
Call in.
This is ridiculous.
Call in.
I'm watching this thread.
Call in.
To her. This is ridiculous.
Call in. It's probably a troll. Call in. It's probably a troll.
He trying to protect kids, and y'all calling him a bitch? Now, how disrespectful can you be? This is a grown, older man that's trying to protect kids, and this is how y'all being disrespectful?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, it's something else.
You right. You right. She said, you right, girlfriend. She said she is protecting Johnson. I mean, not Johnson, Justin.
Yeah.
That's why she defends Justin.
What about the victims that have been
Oh,
violated by him? What about the victims?
Right.
What about the victims that have been groomed? What about them? Who's going to help the victims? Who's going to help the victims?
Is watching the live. He's
Who?
tuned in on the live.
Yeah. Who's going to help the victims?
He on here?
He's on the live.
He could come on. He could call in. He could talk if he want to. He better talk to me.
Uh-oh, I'm about to.
He can talk. I don't care.
Now this about to get deep.
He can talk.
Get deep. Come on, Justin. Come on, Justin.
Or any one of them, they can come on here.
Yourself,
I ain't got nothing but proof for him. I ain't got nothing but some proof.
Yeah.
That's
Too
it.
many people.
That's what's so sad.
I got some proof for him.
Video. That
Tell me.
video. Oh my God.
My goodness.
Good evening.
Yeah.
My goodness.
I'm
Shut up.
sorry,
I want him to talk.
Did I say 447? I wasn't paying attention. I didn't hear my number called.
You didn't hear your number?
He
Well, come
didn't
on. You
call
want
him.
to talk? Go ahead. Go ahead, talk, caller. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't want to interrupt. You
Go
seem
ahead.
like you really, but either way, I had 3 quick things I wanted to say. For one,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
heard you guys about the time frame.
Yeah.
And just when it comes to sexual assault, it doesn't matter if this video you had was from 2 days ago, 3 weeks ago, or 6 months ago, years ago. The point is that when you came across it, you did something with it. And I think that anybody who come across sexual assault, no matter what time frame it came from, I think everyone has a duty to make it known. Even if someone's been convicted of it before, I mean, you don't know the whole story. The point is you came across it, you're bringing it to the attention of the law enforcement, even if, no matter what happened, they said, oh, I served time for that. But the point is you're doing what the citizen thing to do. I came across something, no matter how long ago it was, 2 days ago, whatever, you're doing the responsible citizen thing. So I just want to say that one part, that's awesome. And 2, far as you're saying, well, if you're wrong for bringing it to people's attention, the only way anybody would be wrong for bringing videos and stuff to the public's attention if there's some sort of FBI investigation going on and they got hands on some leaked information and just was ruining the investigation. That would be the only way you would be wrong, is if there was investigation happening, like when those reporters, when they leak stuff and they're not supposed to and it can ruin the investigation. That's the only way. Other than that, but it sounds like this guy was out here living willy-nilly. The third thing I want to say is I have no clue who this dude is. I have been trying to research into how things came about and who this guy is, and I don't want to make it seem as though popularity and fame means a lot. I just, for one, I don't understand him using your name. I mean, I don't understand who he is. I mean, he don't need to be popular, but I'm just trying to understand that why did he believe that using your name, or, I mean, you can answer it if you want to, you don't have to, but I'm just researching it all. And I do keep up with your show, and I've been trying to get information on what's been happening, because I feel that it's a news story that's probably about to happen. And I'd rather hear it from the source, but dude doesn't sound like he's, I don't want to say anybody, but I mean, you said he's chasing clout. And what I was trying to find out from you is, don't have to say how you got the video. I really don't need to know that, but I was confused on how things transpired that led you to finding this information. You don't have to tell me how you found it. That's the part I'm missing. I just didn't hear that part, and not truly necessary for me to know that. It's just, I just haven't been hearing that. But what led you to the dude using your name to now I have this video? I mean, it's great you have it, but I missed that part.
Well, let me just explain this real quickly. I didn't do any research on the young man. The moment that he did interview with NBC, someone pulled up an article, and someone sent it to me. I don't even know the guy's name. All I knew was Justin Peter. I didn't know Justin A. Peter. I didn't know nothing about it.
Me too.
Listen, I'm just being honest with you guys. Listen, I don't know nothing about the guy. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. All was except what's on the paper, period. So he's not my friend. He's never been my friend. We've only had maybe 1 or 2 conversations in the same day. And it was through a third party, a second party, I would say. So I don't know him. I don't have a relationship with him. I don't have allegiance to him. I don't owe him any explanation. He spoke his truth last night, how he felt about me, and he sealed the deal. Don't tell me about no black love and black unity, and that's what I stand for. You know, I came to you as a father, as an older person, and to tell you how this thing goes. You told me you know. And I asked you, why did you choose that name? God gave it to me. Exactly what he said. And when he said God did it, if God gives somebody something, I'm going to back off. I'm not even going to question it. Yeah, I'm not even going to question it. Period. The man did everything.
I appreciate that.
I'll just tell you the truth. I don't owe him nothing.
Explanation. No, I appreciate that explanation,
Okay.
but I just, not that there's more to it. It's just, you're a popular guy as far as, you know, the work you've been doing for years. I've even heard you on the radio with 106.3. You had a segment a few times, which you need to be on there more. I think they definitely need you to have a regular segment. But either way, I've been following you on and off through the years, so I know who you are. But I mean, it's not like you're Cardi B or some famous celebrity or you're Drake. So I just don't understand why he was throwing your name out there. Like, what meaning can it have to anybody except for him? Because my children are young adults, they're in their 20s. They have no idea who you are, but that's okay. But I'm just saying, like, it's just, why would you bring someone up? So I just, if they have really no meaning except to you, it just sounds a little personal, you know, for him to just throw your name out there. Like, why? Like, how many people know Martin G. Johnson? It just sounds weird. Like, why would you do that? I mean, like, just why would he do that? It's not like he's trying to. I know that.
What he was doing, he was gaslighting, and he was trying to throw the problem off of him and put it on Mr. Johnson because his last name is Chi-Town Crime Chaser. And if you don't know Mr. Johnson, you would think, well, damn, is Mr. Johnson someone out here? Now, once again, I'm looking at these comments, and I'm just saying to myself, people, if you've never been raped, stop talking, stop messaging, because that is nothing to play with. Mr. Johnson cannot show this video. It don't matter if he take the video to the police station tonight or tomorrow. Okay? Let me make that very clear. The detective's going to look at it. Once they look at it, then they're going to do their investigation, and then they're going to go from there. So it doesn't matter if he take it tonight or tomorrow. If he feel like taking it tomorrow, that is his business. You know, if you all are on this platform to talk negative about Mr. Johnson, you all need to get off this platform. Go back on what is his name? Justin Crime Chaser, whatever his name is.
Child Chaser.
Platform. Don't get on here talking negative. Child Chaser. Seriously. You know, this man, he has video. Period. And Mr. Johnson cannot, let me make myself very clear to everyone. He cannot, by law, show that video, because then he'll be implementing himself into something. I'm not a lawyer, but I know a lot of law stuff. And number one, he has to take it to the police department and let them do what they're going to do. Please stop getting on here saying why he won't show the video. That is not Mr. Johnson's job to show.
That's because they're messy. They don't
Period.
care. They don't care about the welfare and safety of the children. They don't care. They don't care.
Tell the children.
Don't care. All you want is blood. You want drama and all that. None of you have never came on here and made a comment. You probably watched some of my videos, but you never made a comment. Only time you make a comment when you think there's some drama going on. But this ain't nothing but truth going on over here. I didn't lie on Justin. Listen, all they saying is I'm hating on Justin, but they ain't saying I'm lying on him, though. They ain't saying that, Doc. They ain't saying that. Y'all know I ain't lying on him.
They're not.
You know I ain't lying on him. He know I ain't lying on him. He said out his own mouth.
Mhm.
It was a girl. and she was 18. Then he turned around today on these other Jedediah Live, and said it was a boy. You know, he confessed. All he had to do was come clean. That's all. Now y'all try to make me out of a victim. Like I put my hand on a child or sent some photos to some underage child. Sick, boy. I didn't come in here.
Well, I wish you all the.
Go ahead, sister.
Oh, I was gonna say, I mean, I wish you all the best, and I hope that whoever he did his interview with, because like I said, this guy, I don't know who he is, but whoever he did his interview with, NBC, they obviously sound like they're a replica. Sorry, I'm saying that word wrong.
But let me just say this for you. Let me help you out, my dear sister.
But,
if you go Google and try to find that video right now, NBC took it down. NBC took that video down.
I mean,
They did.
They took, you cannot find that video on NBC. So what does that tell you? If NBC did an interview with this young man and they took it down, what does that tell you? Y'all better pay attention. Y'all better get out of your feelings. You may not like the messenger, but you better listen to the message. That's real talk.
I wish you the best, but if they should have been interviewing anybody, I don't know why they chose him. Because like I said, I don't know who he is. I know who you are, and I've been following you throughout the years. So it would make sense that if they were looking into people who do this in Chicago, that they would turn to you. So I don't know how they came about coming across him. I'm going to research that because I've been trying to, like, why did they choose him? They choose him out of a hat. You know, I don't know how that went down.
Yeah.
I also don't know why
first of all,
your name.
Let me say this. How many lies have Jedediah have told since y'all been knowing him? He lied about everything. He was lying about Andrew Holmes. Every time he lied, y'all did, he'd flick his eye to the side. Watch Jedediah. Every time he lies, his eyes go to the side. Watch him. Watch the body language. The eyes are the light of the soul, of the, you know what I'm saying, the body. You can see it. He's a liar. He's a liar. Ain't no truth in him. He's a liar. And Justin, you better not trust him.
Well,
how you gonna tell you?
How
you gonna tell you not to chase crime? He ain't nobody. Just stay away from them babies. I bet y'all didn't say nothing. Hold on. I bet y'all didn't say nothing to Jedediah when he told him don't be around no kids and all that. You ain't say nothing to him. That guy's a clown. He don't even live here. He don't know if he want a man or woman. Oops, I'm sorry, a boy or girl. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I made a mistake. Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to correct that. Yeah, I'm talking about Jedediah.
Send it to me. Yeah. And I'll put it on Channel 2 News. And trust me, Channel 2 will get on it. I have been on Channel CBS. I'll get this taken care of tomorrow.
Okay, somebody got a TV playing in the background.
Take care of tomorrow.
Somebody got a TV playing in the background. I don't know who it is. Okay. Okay. All right.
Let me make myself clear to everyone on this line and everyone that's in here and listening in. Mr. Johnson is doing the best thing that he can.
They know it.
Okay, it was a police officer shot tonight. This man always on top of letting us know what's going on as a crime chaser. He is not gay. He don't want no kids. None of that. I mean, you know, he don't want them sexually. Period. That's not who his character is. If anyone is on this line support the man that is sexually assaulting kids, you all need to get the fuck off this line. Because that is a disgrace. That's a disgrace. And this is Dr. Zamuna Davis talking. That's a disgrace. Should no man want to touch another child, period.
Hey, how could hold on? How could you take another black man down when he destroyed children's lives and stuff like that? Manipulated. Tell me that. Somebody, y'all put your phone on mute. How could you do that? See, y'all just haters. Y'all haters of the truth. You don't want to hear the truth. I didn't lie on that man. Nobody on this live can say that I lied on that man. The man lied to you, to y'all. He said it was an 18-year-old woman. Then turned around today and say it was a boy. Real talk. For real.
Martin, you don't mind me.
Go ahead, Marcus.
I just want to say this, and I'll say it and I'll be brief. I think what it all boils down to is that we as a community is concerned about the safety of these kids. We are concerned about our community. And right now, what's playing out on this social media, period, white folks are sitting back, looking down, and they are laughing, and they're saying, I told you so. And I'm going to tell you, from working with the mainstream media, the mainstream media is sitting back, and they waiting on some more evidence. And once they get that evidence, Destin, you won't be able to hide your face. The media won't let you sleep. They're going to come out.
Marcus.
I just want to say this. I don't know you, so I can't judge you, and I'm not going to judge you. But if I was you, I would not want to be in that predicament. Once you betray black children or any child of any ethnicity, but street kids in particular, you need to go hide in the sewer somewhere because they will find you and they will deal with you. And I'm warning you, don't chase crime at this point in time because you could become a crime scene yourself. Even if you are innocent, they are not going to accept your innocence. Not in this country, not in America. Once you have that accusation brought against you, it's dangerous for a lifetime.
Hey.
Amen. Come on, Marcus.
I'm just telling you, for your own good, another occupation to get in that won't get you killed because it ain't. And then if that were to happen, people will be blaming Martin, right? It won't have nothing to do with Martin. These street kids, they're already in that mode. Some kids just want to kill the kill, and they will look for an opportunity, or they will jump on you and beat the stuff out of you. Once you betray them, you can't never get that trust back. And these kids are watching.
That's right.
They're not saying anything. They're watching and they're listening, and they're waiting on some more evidence to come out. And when it do, that's when it's going to be over for your brother.
That's true.
I'm not taking both sides. I'm just being. I'm trying to be. It's a word I want to use. I can't think of it, but anyway, I'm just trying to show that people are concerned. It's a lot going on in our community, from women being snatched, girls being snatched and disappearing, and people have come into the black community like a junkyard and manipulated it, taking what they could take and left it. And brother,
it's been going on for day one.
If you really want to do this, you should have a public forum with the community. Meet with the community. And we shouldn't be all at once going to pounce and jump on you and beat you down. We should listen to your side of the story, but you got to come clean. You got to tell it all. It might hurt you to tell it, but you need to tell it all.
But this is the thing, and get some help. And Marcus, hello, baby. And get some help. That's the thing. Get some help. And so stop using Mr. Johnson's name. Right. Get some help. That's all.
He ain't the crime chaser, he the behind chaser.
I don't want myself going to hell to be a judge. So I can't judge nobody. Right. But let's just watch how this all plays out.
Yeah, he just needs to get help. That's all. You're right, Marcus. He needs to get help. And it's all about, see, people, I want y'all to understand that we're not on here just talking about him. We want him to get some help, period. We don't want nobody killing Martin Johnson
Dr.
in the streets because they think he don't
everybody
want to rape a little boy.
Everybody put their phone on mute, or if I'm about to mute you off. Thank you. Go ahead, Dr. D. Go ahead, Dr. D.
We don't want you all to think that we on here and just bashing this man. We're not bashing him. The thing is, if y'all listen to his live yesterday, it was Mark Johnson. What Mark Johnson has to do with what you have going on, sir? You the one need help. Mark Johnson does not need help. We're not on here floating saying, oh, Justin this, Justin that. We're not doing that. We want him to get help if he has a problem. Period.
And once you get help, you can come back and you can be that beacon to these young men.
Right.
They can see the transformation in you and realize that they themselves can transform. God is about forgiveness and redemption. You know, but one thing this society will not forgive you for is when you're messing with children, and even if you're accused of it, it's a dangerous field to go in.
That's
why
true. Marcus is right.
Commented on it. Because
Well,
again,
I just wanted to say I thank Margin for committing to being transparent and allowing people
Go ahead, let him talk.
and allowing people. I just want to thank Margin for committed to transparency and allowing transparency. And everybody is seeing this and trying to get down to the bottom of it. And I was just wondering if the video you have, is it the one where they were in the hotel and he was with the boys who were mentoring and they were all laying down in the bunk beds when nothing sexual happened? Is that the
I
one?
got that video. I got it.
Is that the one?
I got it.
Ooh,
Because you are not showing the video, but I was wondering if you can at least describe what's.
He cannot.
I cannot.
He cannot.
Hey, send it
He
to me.
cannot show that video.
But is that
Send that
no?
one to me.
I was just wondering if you could. I was just wondering because if you can't share the video, could you at least describe to us what it is? You're saying
Okay.
there's a video, but can you tell us exactly what's being shown?
Send it to me. Send me the one you got. I'll send you my number. I'll send you mine.
Oh no, I was wondering if you
okay.
could explain to
Okay.
us in the transparency
Okay.
what is
Now, well, let me
actually
ask you a
happening
question.
on the video.
Okay, in your video, you said the one that you said you have, well, you seen or know about, that he was in a room with some teenagers. Was any other?
I was told that there was a video of him laying in a bed with the kids he was mentoring, and that nothing
Hold
sexual
on.
happened. And I was
Hold
wondering,
on,
was
hold
that
on,
the
hold
one?
it. You mean to tell
What's
me?
his last name, y'all?
Hold on. You mean to tell me it's a video with him laying in the bed with some children
In the hotel, yeah.
in a hotel? Now, how that look, brother?
No, I said allegedly. This is what I was told was on the video that you
Oh.
have. And so I was
Okay.
asking if you can
Oh.
describe
Oh,
what
okay.
your video shows.
okay.
Since you can't show it, I was just wondering if
I
you can
can't-
at least describe it to us because you said you were like being transparent.
Right. I'd like to be that.
And then one of the things that happened today that I thought was really cool was how it was made clear that he needed to come forward and
You
tell the
did-
truth on
But you
Jedediah's platform.
listen. Let me say this. Let me say this to you. I commended you, but you just couldn't help it. You just can't keep Martin Johnson's name out of your mouth. I don't know what's your problem, brother. I really don't know what's your problem. Trust me. You can't whoop me. You ain't gonna whoop me. So I don't know why you be talking all that gangster talk. I'm just
Why are
telling
we
you.
threatening? I'm
Yeah.
being very kind on here.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Oh,
Hold
you
on.
guys got caller ID.
Hold
So
on.
what? No,
I
I
know
was
your
just wondering,
voice.
could you?
I know your
I'm not
voice.
being mean. I'm
I know
not
your
being
voice.
disrespectful.
Come on. We've been knowing
Okay,
each other
great.
over 10 years.
Because I don't do good with being no other
Yeah.
nigga. So
Right.
you call me Jedediah, but I was
That's
just wondering,
right.
could you describe
right.
the video you
Right.
had?
That's
Because
right.
I'm the
Now.
one that did the research.
Yeah.
I'm the one who got the disposition. Oh yeah, this that nigga.
He cool.
I'm the one who did the
He cool.
research. I'm the one who did the research, and I got the disposition, and I'm the one who told him that I can't support any behavior like that.
I
read
commended
the
you
full
for that.
disposition,
Hold
and
on.
I
Hold
made
on.
him.
Hold on.
Okay.
I commended you for that. I commended you for that
Jedediah
yesterday.
did that.
I did
Okay.
that.
So what I
said,
did,
listen,
okay,
I
and
said,
because
hold on. This is what I said. Out of all the activists, and I told my personal people, I said, even though me and Jedediah don't get along, I said, he spoke out. I didn't hear the video, but I read the caption. I gave you credit. I promise to God, I gave you credit. I gave it to you. Then you turn around today and talk about I'm picking up some prostitute in my yellow U-Haul truck. Jedediah, you don't know nothing about me, brother. You don't know nothing.
I
You
never
don't even
said
know
you
me.
picked up prostitutes in
Yeah,
your yellow U-Haul.
come
but
on now,
I do
brother.
have
Come
I
on
do
now.
have an
Jed-
audio recording.
Well,
I have
come-
an
Well, bring it out.
So
Put it
transparent,
out.
Martin.
Put it out. Put it out.
Did you
Put it
ever
out.
call the police?
Put it out.
No,
Put it
just
out.
tell us. Well, why
Put
don't you
it
tell
out.
us, sir? Did you
Put it
call
out.
the police on the
Jedediah.
prostitute that was robbing you?
Jedediah. You'll
That you
see the
were
video.
soliciting?
I'm gonna turn my video into the police, and I'll let them deal with it.
No, I was
What
just
I got.
asking. Do you think you can you just answer that one question to me
What
transparently, and then I can get off?
What question? You can
First
stay
of all,
on. You ain't got to
I've
go
done
nowhere.
a
You ain't
full-
got to go
I've
nowhere.
done a
This is
full,
my show.
I've done a full and Martin, I've done a full. Well, first of all, let me say this. Now I understand why you were talking about the name, and I get that the name. I now understand the name issue.
You've
because
been
we never had
understanding,
the conversation.
Jedediah.
So
You played with
No,
me.
I
You put
didn't.
it in your
And
name. You've
excuse
been
me, I
understanding.
was trying to.
Jedediah.
No, I
hold
didn't.
on. Hold on,
I'm talking
Jedediah.
about-
I'm going to let you say, let me just say this one
Jesus
thing.
Christ.
Now, Jedediah, if somebody come out with the same name similar to mine and do something wrong under that title, who you think they're going to blame? One of these little young boys have some pills or lean, and they hear that word crime chaser, they shooting. Come on now, brother Jedediah. I got to protect myself.
No, Martin. I thought of your name as Martin Johnson and not crime chaser.
Come on now, Jedediah.
People
Come
call
on now,
advocates
Jedediah.
all advocates,
Come
but
on
my
now,
name is
Jedediah.
I get
want to
what
say
I'm
something
saying
as
to
a member
you.
of a
What I'm
public.
saying to you,
Let
I just
Jedediah
listen,
talk,
so
y'all.
listen to
Let
me.
Jedediah
What
talk.
I'm
Let him
saying to
talk.
you is now I understand what you were saying in the beginning. I didn't understand it at first. I just saw you attacking the young man. However, we're past that now because
Yes.
people could distinguish y'all from each other. And
Now-
your name is Martin. It's not Justin.
Right.
You
Right.
and me never talked about this except for me seeing you after blocking all of me and my supporters that you were attacking a young man. I never got on there talking about a name. I got on there talking about a title. But the news been chasing crime since all of us was born. But my issue right now is the facts. And I supported him against you. But when I found out that the case was honest, as the advocate and the liar you claiming I am, which I know I'm not, I had to stand on truth, and I brought that out. And so now you said you have a video. My understanding is that the video is of a potential hotel party or slumber party. Best decision, hell no. Optics is great, hell no. Justin got to get some help, and we're trying to get him that.
I agree
But
with you there.
what I'm understanding is that this video is of him laying in the bed with some young boys that he's mentoring, and there's a parent as well involved in this. But it was an innocent act of sleeping and not something sexual. So
Okay,
I'm asking you,
Jedediah.
Say something as a member of the public.
this is what
Jedediah.
I'm saying to you. I'm not going to support him.
Okay.
I'm not going to
I
support
really want
him.
to say something as a member of the public to Mr.
I'm not
Jedediah.
going to support
Okay, I'll let you
him
talk.
if he
Let
is
Jedediah
doing
talk.
things that's going
He's
to
my
harm
special
children.
guest tonight.
I'm not going to support him if he's doing things that are attacking children. I've been accused of false allegations. False allegations don't bother me, but the truth does. And if I find out that he did something that hurt a child, all bets are off. And that's why I made him tell the truth. Now, if I'm trying to figure out if he is a predator, a pedophile, or anything like that, I got to stand on that. But if he made bad decisions and if he was afraid about coming out about his sexuality and if he didn't do anything to hurt a child, then he gets the same process of rehabilitation that all of our black asses deserve.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that.
And all I'm saying to you is, Martin, at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck about this internet shit. I believe a hell of a lot of you. When I saw you in the mud before I even started advocacy, and you were a very pure and genuine soul. You fear God and you help every fucking body. Somewhere along the way, me and you couldn't be on the same page because I feel like you changed. But now when I'm asking you as a man.
Hey, Jedediah, you got mad at me because me and J Mal became tight. I met J Mal through you. That's what that little wedge came in between J Mal the Green and you. You know what I'm saying? Because I met with you. I worked with you first before I worked with J Mal. And you was upset about that. I'm just keeping it real. You want to be transparent?
Now let me speak for myself.
Go ahead.
How the hell was I mad at you with you and Jamal when I was giving you advice on how to survive it?
Right.
But what I did get mad at is that when my cousin came and told the world that I molested my cousin, which could never be true. When I thought you were my friend, you all gave voice to that, and you didn't do what I did to Justin. Y'all didn't do no research. Y'all didn't find out if I had a pattern of it. Y'all didn't find out if I was that kind of man, and y'all allowed the world to fuck me up. And you even repeated the shit without ever being the friend that I thought you was and allowing me to have my due process. I ain't never been charged with no shit like that.
No, you ain't never
That's
been
why I
charged.
became mad at you.
I can agree with you there. You
And I
never
never will
been,
be.
You never was charged with that. I can give you that. I'm not gonna lie. This is where we're gonna tell the truth. But I tell you this, Jedediah, you haven't been transparent with me either. So you know what I'm saying? You attacked me. And listen, when I got into it with Justin, you jumped in. I didn't even mention your name. You made it all about you. You made it all about you, and you just came out of nowhere. Then so automatic. Listen, you ain't gonna bully me like you do to other people. I'm not that guy, bro.
Because you bully people, I'm a zesty Leo, nigga.
Yeah.
It don't always be about me when I talk, but my heart was to be for you. And guess what?
But listen,
Martin,
you can love Justin. I ain't got a problem with that. I don't hate. Listen, I don't hate Justin. I don't hate that, bro.
Martin,
I promise
Martin, if we being transparent,
yeah,
I am the one who told you stop letting people use your platform, charge them. I pushed you, go film shit. I encouraged you. I had your back, my boy. Now, what I'm trying to tell you right now is the only reason why me and you got a problem is because when I was in his seat of accusation, my friend was not there. And y'all, bro, I don't care about none of this shit. You know, I just sat down and had real ass conversation with you, and we done seen all the bullshit that has been done behind the scenes, and we have had to counsel each other in these moments. Right. Now, thank you for having the conversation with me finally. Okay. But now let's talk about where the rubber meets the road. Okay. If Justin did this, there is no way that I could support him. But what I know and what I have the access to get is true. And I read that entire case file. I know what really happened. I also know what has happened in the last 8 years legally and some other stuff because I got a damn good team when it comes to research. If he deserves to be crucified, crucify him. But right now he needs to be healed. He got issues. A part of that stems from the fact with people who don't understand my struggle, Martin, like you, when you think about people being booty bandits, or you think that people who got same gender loving relationships are pedophiles, or you think that we don't love God or we don't love people. When you say shit like that, you don't understand. I understand the fear of getting on live as a public figure and saying it was a girl when it was really a man, a boy. Now, I have never had any inappropriate interaction with a boy. And I told him if he did, I can't help him. But I understand fear, man. And what y'all playing with, I just had a gun in my head not too long ago. Y'all talk shit about that too. Do you know that boy was suicidal today? So like everybody playing games, Justin, and I hate that I gotta say it, but I gotta be straightforward. What if that boy would have wanted to kill himself? How much of this was worth it? None of it. So we telling him, you need to stop mentoring and you got to earn the public trust because you had an opportunity to tell the truth and you lied. The shit that we didn't get when we started advocacy is what we need to be giving right now. Fuck all this internet shit, bro. Because we the only motherfuckers that know truth and we the only motherfuckers that got the balls to show up for all these talkative ass motherfuckers who won't do nothing for themselves. I don't have a problem with you. I know the Martin that started. And I'm done talking. Okay. This is my problem. When I needed you the most, it was okay for the public, bro, but you were not there for me. You sat in my house. True. You break bread with me. We cried and fought together. Nigga, I only survived being in the tent because you brought me a generator.
Listen, Jedediah. Listen, let me just tell you this, and this is the gospel truth, brother. When all those accusations came during the Kenneka Jenkins, I never said anything about you. When that woman on the school bus, I stood behind you on that, brother. Trust me, I didn't stand silent. I know better than that. Trust me. We sat in the park together when the generator. That's how I met you. Doing the DuSable Museum shut down. I met you. Listen, Jedi, it was to the point when you started attacking me, that's when I came back at you. I've always been mild-mannered. I'd never been in the front. I'm always videoing. You do the talking. Jamal do talking. I've never been in the front. You guys always talk to the media. I'm always videoing you guys. I got this platform. You know why I got this platform? I'm going to tell you why I got this platform. Because I heard that they was going to shut the scanners down. I said, I got to start doing something else. That's why I merged into start doing the podcast. Now, I do the crime if I can run into something like that, but I'm not breaking my neck to do that. I did enough of that. So
Us a lot of times I supported you, Jedediah. Real talk. Real talk. Some things I didn't even listen. Even some accusations came against Lamont. You ain't never seen him on my page. On my page. I didn't have that relationship what I had with you that I had with Justice. Justice didn't want to listen to me, brother. Lamont hooked him up with me on a two-way. Lamont is my witness. I tried to talk to Justice. Justice, listen. I asked Justice, why did you use my name? He said God gave it to him. I didn't say nothing. I backed off. I asked Justice again. I said, why did you accuse me of having a guy breaking your car to steal your tablet? He accused me of doing. Listen. I didn't even know who Justice. I didn't even know how he looked. Be honest with you, and I was so hurt, brother. I was so hurt. I was hurt. So right there, I just you know what? I stayed away from that guy.
If I may say this,
Go
the
ahead.
reason why me and your relationship went sour, sir, is not even honestly. If I really be honest, the relationship went sour with me and you because it was a choice between me and Jamal.
That's why
he had
I
a way of
said
doing
that.
things and believing things.
I said
and we
that.
had a problem because
I said
but
that.
that's where our problem.
I
know exactly what happened.
I said
So
that.
now,
I said
but
that.
it was-
Remember,
but it was-
beginning. I said
right.
that, Jed. I said, Jamal. I said that. Go ahead. I
It
said
was because of Jamal
I
and because
said
of
it.
what was going on in the background
Right.
that we both know about.
Right.
Now, what I'm gonna say to you right now
Right.
is you blocked a motherfucker. I only had Justin. I never knew him. So he became a crime chaser. And next thing I know, I could see was you attacking him. And I'm like, God damn it. The Martin that I knew was gone. And I literally had to do what I felt was right in my heart and that was defend him. Now, this is where we are right now. If this young man has the same gender affinity, if it's against God, then he got to be the judge. None of y'all can do that shit. I'm bisexual. That's my choice in my life and in my bed. That's how I bust my nuts. That ain't y'all business. Do what you think is best. But this is the thing. If he is a pedophile, then he needs to be removed from the spot. And then you got to pick somebody else and raise up somebody else and do something. But if he is a young man who made a bad decision, he got to pass. And if the facts say that he is rehabilitatable and he didn't do X, Y, Z, and there was deception and all this other stuff that I'm not going to say on this live
Right.
because I saw all of it. I know the real facts. I ain't giving no rumor. If I saw all of that and I'm saying, okay, if he could be rehabilitated and this boy is worth loving, then we'd be better men and women if we could all find a way to reconcile all this shit, because at the end of the day, ain't none of y'all that's going to be chasing crime in fucking Chicago because that's going to be the immigrant shit.
I don't
Why
chase
everybody planning
Hey,
their ass.
Jedediah, I don't even chase crime. Like if I run into it, I hit one here and there. You know what I'm focused on. This is what I'm focused on. What we on right now. I can care less about some crime. Everybody know I don't chase crime like that. I may do 1 or 2 crimes, maybe 3 a month or 4. And that's it. I got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos out there. So if I never do a crime scene again, it won't bother me, bro. It won't bother me. And then listen, and did nobody threaten me to come off the crime scene? So I want to put that out there too. So listen, that ain't happening. It's just that I'm focusing more so on the podcast. I'm moving on to bigger and better things. I'm not knocking nobody crime chaser. Trust me, I don't have a problem with it. And you know, and I know Jedediah, that man would not have got that platform without him using my name. Everybody thought he was me. And you know that, Jedediah. He did everything like me. You know, post like me, went live like me. You know that, Jedediah. Just keep it real. You know, and my thing is,
Martin, that make you the daddy, and then you know what it also
I
do?
ain't no problem
It
with
means
that.
you did something. Hold on, but let me say this because I really need to say this, bro. Let me remind you of something. When my bullheaded, arrogant, Leo, egotistical ass was out there trying to take down Jesse Jackson and all the black leaders and everybody, moved them out the way because we all start arrogant. When I was trying to do that, you remember what you would ever tell me to do? Be humble and wait your turn and do it the right way. You talked to me as a grown man about becoming what I was thinking I already was. He is no different. He could be bullheaded, he could be arrogant, he could fuck up. But if you the one who trailblazed the trail, then in my opinion, you'd be better served with helping him in his humility, because it was going to come regardless if there's arrogance.
Listen.
There is arrogance. I'm standing on record.
Jedediah.
I just told him, I just said, how you getting on there talking about people when you need to be talking about what you did. He got some humbling to do, but guess what? If we kill him, you be the last crime chaser, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But if we can learn and get a process to healing our shit in our community and figuring out how to fix this shit, bro, our community can actually fucking survive for that goddamn change.
Okay, so hold on. This Dr. Davis. First of all,
yeah, I
people
was
gotta
waiting for
want
a
to be
chance to
healed.
speak as well.
You know, they gotta want to be healed, and I'm done with that. They gotta
Well,
want to
Dr.
be
Davis,
healed.
Well, Dr. Davis, so now I'm gonna get off the phone because y'all got a whole show. I'm gonna get off the phone, but I'm gonna ask you a question because you said he gotta want to be healed. So I gotta ask you a question, doctor. Have you reached out to him? Have you gotten any viable information and presented it? Have you given him a chance to even tell you if he wanted to be healed or not? I've listened to you on this live. Thank God for the person who gave me access to this. But I ain't heard you not one time in this whole dissertation and everything you say.
Let me tell you something. I reached out to Tiffany Hayner, and she didn't want to be healed. I'm not reaching out to that brother. That brother, he has my phone number. He know how to contact me. People have to want to be healed. That's just like taking a dope theme up.
He gotta reach out to you. Who are you?
He has to want.
Y'all
He
let
has
them
to
talk.
want.
So what does he need to reach out to you
sir.
for? What can you do? Because I need some shit in my life. So what do I need to reach out to people? What do you do?
I'm a psychologist, sir. I'm a psychologist, licensed psychologist at that. I can help him.
So he was supposed to reach out to you.
No, I didn't say he's supposed to reach out to me. I said if he needs help, I can help him.
You said I'm not going to reach out to him. He should reach out to me. So I'm gonna say to you, you are a psychologist, and I congratulate you for your degree. But you need to go see a psychiatrist because you sound crazy as hell. Have a good day.
No.
I had a question before Jedediah left.
Jedediah
if
gone.
you didn't mind.
Jedediah gone. He left.
Go
Go ahead, people. Jedediah gone. He left.
All right. Well,
go ahead.
I wanted to ask him before he left because it was, it was very important. But I guess
he might call back in.
I'll never know.
He might call back in. Ask the question. He might call back in.
All right, well, first I had a comment towards him because I was listening, and he started off talking about transparency and wanted you to talk about the tape. And I don't know if he has PR people or what his background is, but I believe it is in horrible taste to ask for a description of a possible rape tape, especially involving a child. I don't think anybody should ask anybody for a description of a video involving a sexual assault. I believe that was a horrible bad taste. That is not transparency. I don't even know what the hell that is. That was beyond bad taste. That's why I want him to comment on that. What would drive you to ask somebody for details on the tape regarding possible sexual harassment against a child, and then actually go into detail and describe what you think the tape might be? I mean, it was just so creepy. I mean, it did not leave a good mark on him whatsoever. But I mean, the point is, you do not ask someone for what is on the tape and ask them to describe it. It's a tape involving a possible sexual assault against a child. How creepy is that to ask for a description? That was in horrible taste on his part. I don't know who this dude is. Well, I don't know who this dude is.
Hold on. We got Sister Erica. Hold it. Okay, everybody put that. Sister Erica next.
Well, I want to answer her question, and I promise I won't ask.
I was trying to
promise you, I won't interrupt your show no more. Because like I said, I'm a Leo, and I could be over there.
Go ahead.
Ma'am, I didn't know anything about Alive until I got a million people not a million, but a lot of people in my inbox saying.
Was he answering my question?
Yes, he's answering your question.
I got a ton of people. I got a ton of people in my inbox saying that there was a tape being released, or there was a tape that was gotten. So I got on. So somebody gave me access to watch the live, and what I asked for, because guess what? There would be no point in saying there is a tape if you're not going to show it, if you're not going to describe it, if you're not going to give the.
It's horrible. You don't want to see a tape regarding, but why? I mean, what I was saying was, sir, is that it's creepy to ask for description regarding the child.
Let him answer the question.
I don't know what's on the tape. So if I had a tape, if somebody, and I told you I have a tape, I'm going to say on this tape, there is a sexual assault on a child. On this tape.
But he got to send it to the police, not you.
Well, then I wouldn't have said it. I would have said it to the police. Why would I even say it to the police?
Y'all go ahead.
You can't show that. Martin can't show that. Y'all need to understand that that's the law. Because
I understand the public space we're in. This man just got all this stuff on. If I come on there and I say, oh, there is a tape of, I just got a tape of Dr. D doing some things. I got a tape of Dr. D. Everybody that's going to tune into my live, they're going to see, what did Dr. D do? Oh, I can't tell you or show you or explain to you what Dr. D did. I'm just going to take it to the police. That's what you should have did in the first place.
Hey, let me just say this.
My question was that not what he plans to do with the tape. I mean, we all know that there are creepy people on the internet who are going to want to see creepy things, but you're not a creepy person on the internet who wants to see creepy things. You are a person who's calling in and speaking about, hey, I heard you got a tape, but you're not a creepy person on the internet. So I just wanted to know what possessed you to want a description.
Mark Johnson.
What's on the tape regarding the child?
Mark Johnson, and I'm going to give y'all something that people don't know, and I'm saying this shit on live. Y'all, I'm saying this on record. Mark Johnson, you showed something a while ago about Daryl Eugene Coleman being charged with the false impersonation of a police officer. That was a charge because I went to Chicago, and I was arrested by Chicago police when I identified myself as law enforcement, and I couldn't produce my badge. What you don't know is that I actually was a law enforcement, and I was actually working in South Holland at the time as the ESDA, and that's why I left there, and I was driving in my vehicle on my way to somewhere in Chicago, and that's when I got arrested. I literally was fresh out of the academy, and the reason why I was found not guilty and that case was inevitably moved around is because I was a law enforcer. I lost that opportunity, and then I had to go at it for other routes, and that's what y'all did not know. One of the things that people don't know about me is that I've been in my private life. I've been doing
Jed, hold it. Well, if I said that to the public and I did, I will apologize. I got that wrong, people. I'm asking you to forgive me. I got that wrong. I'm apologize. If I was wrong, one thing about me, if I make a mistake in the public, I'm going to apologize in the public. And I'm publicly apologizing to Jedediah for getting that wrong about the South Holland police.
Wow. Mark, I don't even know.
Hey, if I could ask my second question before you jump off the line again.
I got to say it. If I was wrong and I didn't know,
I feel like I don't want to be combative or monopolize. I want to be respectful. I'm trying to get to something.
Go ahead.
One of the things that I did in my professional capacity is learn how to investigate, and I created a lot of friends. And I've been an investigator quietly and privately for some time, and I know how to get facts. If somebody is accusing a person of sexual assault, you don't want to put out the face of a minor. You don't want to do anything that would disparage a person from coming forward as a witness.
Yeah.
You got to be careful about what information you get because you could become a witness in the case. And the chain of custody is a real thing. How did you get the video? Who has the video? Why this ain't been shown? So what I'm asking
why
you
you think he's not showing it though?
Ma'am,
why you think he's not showing it? You just saying it.
You just said it.
I understand all that. So what I'm trying to give you the understanding is that I have initiated with my friends a full investigation into Justin. That's how I know the truth about his case.
So that's how I know I is getting ready to investigate Justin.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Before he jump off again, I want to ask you a question before you jump off.
Because I did not have any. I asked because I was trying.
You're not in Skokie, sir. He's in Skokie. You don't have shit to do with Skokie, sir. Marty cannot release nothing.
We got that
I'm
clear.
trying to get you all to understand that it's minors involved.
You
he cannot release anything.
Nothing, then I don't. You ain't looking for an answer, girl. You just talking. And you finna tell.
I wasn't talking. I actually had
I'm telling you that if there's a video that makes that shows his guilt, that would be the response. I'm not showing it. I'm asking the way I asked the question and the high no I asked, because then you all were going to respond with no. This is what it is. I'm saying, is it children in there? Is that why I can't be seen? Is they naked? Are they doing sexual acts? Is that why I can't be seen? Can you show us? I'm trying to get an understanding. Because
Yeah, we said all that earlier, though.
so you telling me you got a video of this young man sexually assaulting a child,
No, we didn't
and
say
you're gonna
that.
turn it
Yeah.
over?
We didn't say
And yes,
that,
he is. He
Jedediah.
said he gonna turn it over.
Jedediah, I never
He's
said.
saying yes, you're saying
hold on,
no. Do
hold
you
on,
have a video of
hold on,
that?
Jedediah. I never
I do.
said what was on the video. I never said it publicly.
He did.
I didn't. Okay, and I'm gonna leave it right there. All right.
Okay.
All
I,
right.
I had my comment before he jumped off the line. I
Listen.
didn't want him to jump off again.
Well, come on, sister,
Okay,
because I
I'm
let you
sorry.
talk.
Yeah,
Come
thank
on.
you. Thank you. Could I be quick? 'Cause I know you guys got
Come
a
on.
lot to unwrap
Come on.
beyond what I got
Come
to
on
say.
with it,
So yeah, I'll
sister.
make it quick.
Come
and
on
I'm
with it.
sorry.
Come
Either
on.
way,
Come on. Come on.
what you were saying about that young man, Justice. I hear this echo. I don't know who it is.
It's
but
probably me. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's
Go
hard
ahead.
for me to time my.
It's better.
It's
Go
hard for
ahead.
me to time my voice.
Go ahead.
I don't know who this young man Justin is. I don't know who this young man Jedediah
What's the
is. I just
question?
want to say to Mr. Jedediah and the question in the comment. For one, is that nobody is
Go
nobody
ahead.
is responsible for this Justin guy who did not come out and tell everybody in advance he may have a history. Because I'm just thinking from a Caucasian person's perspective, when they go and interview people or bring people on their show, and then they find out later that they were being investigated for sexual assault, they're usually upset with them that they didn't tell them that beforehand, before they got on their show. I'm just saying that I don't know if he made it clear before he jumped on anybody's show and became a crime chaser and began doing work with you, is that if you're doing work with you and you're on a public platform and you know you have a past, you have people close to you that you call your friends, you have to inform them that, yes, I have a past before you involve them in something that they don't want to be involved with. My question to Jedediah, but I don't know if he can answer
Come on,
it or
the
not.
question. Come on,
I don't know
sister.
how far this investigation is
Come
going
on,
to
the
go.
question.
But didn't he tell you in advance that he had was accused of assault before you allowed him on your show or whatever transpired?
I saw the investigative work of Brandon, and I had my team do our own research, and we found out the truth. I called him after he did his live, and I confronted him on him not being honest and forthwith about the truth that I had in front of me. And with that being
So he
said,
didn't tell you beforehand.
and so with that being said, Martin, I appreciate you for allowing me to do the impossible again and being yourself. The fact that you apologized to me about anything just blew me away. And I want to say this to you, and this is why people need to mind their business. At the end of the day, me and this man have been through some shit that y'all can't imagine together, and we brothers, and brothers fight.
Come
I
on,
still
Jay.
want to, want to fight you, but that's okay. We'll figure that out.
You won't win.
But I want you to understand. But I want to.
Come on, Jay.
Wait,
Come on,
I
Jay.
want to say
Let
this
Jay
to
talk,
you,
y'all.
Martin.
Go ahead. Go ahead,
I
Jay.
want to say this to you. I don't hate you, and honestly, I love you. And if I be honest, when I first started this, you gave me all the hope that I needed to get past the hump. And I'm forever grateful. And when I didn't have people, Martin, you fed me. You brought me generators. You took me places. You filmed everything I did.
Everything.
You never let me be insignificant. You showed up and you were my biggest supporter. You were the first one there. You were the last one to leave, and then you checked on me in the background. I can never diminish that.
Hey,
shit.
Jed.
And I'm
Jed.
gonna say this.
Jed. If you listen
Yeah.
to this why I got your videos in this iPad right here. This iPad got all your videos that I video of you in the park and all that. I got it right here. This history right here, this iPad right here.
And you the only
Can I
man.
ask Jedediah a question?
No,
Please let
no.
me say
Go
this
ahead.
last thing.
Go ahead, Jed.
Please, Martin, please let me say this.
Go ahead.
I know about and you're the only man that got the only videos that I want. And that's the videos when my son Travis was out there with us.
I got it.
Regardless of if y'all believe I did it or not, that was my son. And Travis is in your iPad.
Yeah.
I know you got it. And bro, I love you. Fuck the bullshit. We'll figure it out. But and I promise you, man, this is my promise. If this man is guilty, I'm going to hold his feet to the fire. If he is rehabilitatable, I'm going to do it. And I do the honor of being the crime chaser. You do it. I hope we can get to it.
Listen, I'm live uncut, unedited now. I ain't messing with Crash.
Can I please ask Jedediah?
What question you want to ask him? Real quick. Come on, real quick.
I'm the
This
crime
ain't my
chaser.
show, y'all. I'll come back later. Have a good night.
Okay.
Oh, you'll come back
Good
later.
night.
Good night.
So
Okay.
now you
I'm the
running,
crime
Jedediah.
chaser.
Okay. We got somebody else saying they're the crime chaser. Where you at? What you got to say?
Brother Mark, can I say something?
Erica, go ahead,
down.
Sister Erica. Sister Erica, go ahead. Go ahead, Sister Erica.
Peace, everyone.
Peace.
First thing I want to say is I'm so happy that you and Jedediah spoke tonight and you all are hashing out your differences, because to keep that brotherly love between you all are very influential in Chicago. That matters more than anything. And I just want to commend both of y'all and say I love both of you all. And I would also like to extend an invitation to Jetty and you for the Unity Brunch that Sister Doris and I are organizing for all the grassroots people in Chicago, so all of us can hash out our differences and be united and organize and do the things that would move Chicago in the way that would help our people. So what I want to say, I heard Brother Marcus make a comment earlier. He said that society does not forgive child predators. But I would have to beg to differ, because the Manchurian candidate that's running the country right now, Barack Obama, and his vice president, Joe Biden, are both pedophiles. But yet society still embraces both of them. Society still, excuse me, ma'am, but yet society still embraces both of them. And on top of that, you can see what just happened in Election Tuesday here in Chicago. Hundreds of thousands of people voted for Joe Biden. And a lot of people are aware of his background. So, like I always say, we go after the surface people, and I'm not saying we shouldn't, but we need to expose these people at the top and shut that down as well. Thank you once again, Brother Martin. And like I said, you and Jedediah, you have been good examples for us as people of all kinds of how to get over the bull stuff, rise above our emotions and embrace one another. If we can forgive Joe Biden for arresting and locking up generations of our people and still go and cast a vote for him, then we should be able to forgive and speak to our brothers and our sisters. Thank you.
Excuse me, Eric. This is Marcus. And hello, Jedediah. I love what you do, Jedediah. As you well know, I'm a photographer. I've been following you all ever since Laquan McDonald. Erica, let me explain to you what I actually meant. I know about Joe Biden, Trump, and all them. You got black people saying vote for Trump. Trump is in that category too. But what I'm speaking is, in our community, even if a person is accused of it, we take it and we run with it. Michael Jackson was accused of pedophilia, and he was the greatest performer of all time. And everybody looked at the false accusations that was brought against him, but they wasn't looking at the main target. Those white people tore this man down because he owned Sony and he was powerful, and they don't like it when we get powerful. All right, that's why. And so they use something as simple as pedophilia to tear down these black men. Any little thing. If you do something by a school, you go into jail. It's a safe zone, right? If you commit a crime, even if you're defending yourself, you go into jail. They're gonna throw you under the bus. So what I'm saying is these street kids, Erica, they're not gonna hear all of that. They don't care about Joe Biden. You have kids who look for a reason to shoot people. Let's just keep that real. And any little thing like this, my advice would be, Jedediah, tell Justin for his own good. Don't be going in some of these communities, because this stuff is out here and these kids ain't trying to hear all that, and they will attack him. They will kill him. So that's not a good area to be standing in. That's why I defended myself on Facebook when people was trying to say I was like that, because I take photos. It's a lack of education in our community. And maybe We need to set up some type of educational course to educate our people on what this really is, so we know what to look for before we jump the gun and start accusing people and get them some help.
Well, I'm not making accusations. I'm not making accusations that I haven't fully researched. No, I didn't say you were. I didn't say you were, beloved. Beloved, I didn't say you did. I'm just saying something. I'm not disputing anything you're saying. I'm just letting you know that when you hear me speak out about someone, I have my receipts. So anyone that will want to deny what I'm saying, anyone that will want to deny what I'm saying,
No.
Doc, stay in your lane, okay? This ain't your lane. This is what I've been doing for years, okay? Stay in your lane. All right.
Okay, baby girl.
So anyway, as I said, I always bring my receipts, and I'm getting ready to put it in the chat one more time. Peace and love, Brother Martin.
Peace.
Like I said, over everything, the most productive and satisfying thing that came out of this conversation is that you and Jedediah hashed out y'all differences. You apologize. You know what I'm saying? And it takes a big man to do that. And I love you for that, for being a good example.
Thank you. 630. 630. Is that Bill? 630. 630.
Come on, Bill.
Bill.
Hey.
Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Sit back,
Bill.
listen.
Yeah, my Bill. Hey, Bill.
Hey, how you doing, Doctor?
Don't mess with me.
I'm good, baby. I'm good.
What Erica just said, the biggest part was you and Jed coming to terms about some differences. That's what our community needs. You know, that's one of the things with this gang banging, people not want to let truth come out, you know, and it'll carry on, and it'll be shootings and killings from now on, because people have a justified reason in their head. Also, with this justice stuff, I've seen you be villainized from the comments, and if there's a stance as far as a person being charged, not just accused of pedophilia, charged, and then they're around children and not making it disposable to the public that they have had this in their background. I don't care if the tape has what it has in it. God forbid it be anything sexual going on, but just the fact that you're around kids in their capacity, that's more than enough. Him being rehabilitated, like the doctor said, first you have to want to be rehabilitated. That's from being an alcoholic, a heroin user, or a crackhead. You have to want to first, and wanting to first, you have to admit. You have to admit first. And had he admitted before all of this came out, it wouldn't be all of this. Had he admitted afterwards instead of telling lies, you can't protect and people. I believe in second chances, third chances, or whatever, because that's what God do. But that's what God do. People don't have to. How you can't forgive justice? You're not a victim of his action.
Amen.
Now, if there's some kids, that's who are victims, and he have to beg for their forgiveness with them and God. But your job, and I commend you on it, is to report not only crime, but you have a lot of social issues that around. And there's no tact people are saying you should take the high road and calling you names and accusing you for being the one to expose him. You just part of the exposure. Just part of the exposure. And he exposed himself. So he has to correct himself. He has to correct himself. Had he been man enough, I heard you the other night offer him to come on your platform. And there's not only one psychologist that's on this that be on the show on a regular. He could have got some free help.
Hello, Mark. Hello.
Yes. Hold on. Somebody talking. Hold on. Yeah. Go ahead, Bill. You next.
Could get some free help.
Right.
Now, from this point on,
I'll interview him for free.
Go ahead, Doc.
Mm-hmm.
No, I got Renee on now.
No.
Renee.
I'll interview him for free. Sorry, I'll interview him for free. So you are right, Bill. You're right. You're right. Come on with it, baby. Come on, finish up. You're right.
And the bottom line, both of y'all show a great strength as being a man, and something that is not shown in our community as for being a man could own up to any of his mistakes and go from there. And that's one of the greatest things that happened tonight. And hopefully, maybe y'all might, I don't know if y'all ever worked together, but y'all seem to be somewhat on the same accord. But the thing with this guy, Justin, he has to want to save himself.
Amen.
Okay. Let me go to the next call. Come on, Renee. Renee, come on. Everybody put their phone on. Renee, come on.
Could you mute everyone? Because we hear echo. I don't know about anyone else, but we can hear an echo.
Everybody put your phone on mute. Real quick. Okay, go ahead, Renee.
I'm going on mute, y'all.
Go ahead, Renee.
One of the things I find amazing about tonight was the fact that Jedediah Brown got on here while he was on his own live, showcasing himself, speaking with you. So I don't take him as being sincere, especially after his own video earlier today with Tyrone Muhammad and Justin. And what people fail to realize is that Justin said last night that it was a girl. However, today he told on his live with Jedediah that it was a boy. Okay? So there seems to be some conflicting information. It has nothing to do with people being out on the platform, out there taking videos of what's going on. The matter at hand is that someone has been around children, okay, who is not qualified, who has no formal education, who has no training, who parents have allowed their children to go out to the bowling alley, to churches, to wherever they have been, okay, and have no knowledge and no background about this person, okay? So when NBC5 did the video, whatever it was brought his history to light. For those of us who are survivors, we knew something was amiss because we know that people don't go and just say, yes, bring me around children. This is my calling. God told me to do this, without saying, hey, you guys, I just want to let you know, this is my educational background. Everybody who will be helping will go through a background check, X, Y, and Z. Okay? So for Jedediah to get on here and do this whole charade about how he's sorry and he wants to make amends, no one else was looking at Jedediah on his own page in which he was making comments and videos and facial expressions towards the camera in his own audience. There were other people who were going live tonight. So again, for those of us who are survivors, right, we know and we knew that there was something wrong when people kept saying, yes, this is what God has called me to do. That's the same thing that the Catholic Church said. And I'm part of the Catholic Church. Mm-hmm. Those people have not been held accountable. No, a predator, okay, is someone who dotes on children does not change. Do not mix it with drugs and alcohol. Those people don't change. So for people to get on here and say that, you are wrong. They don't change.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at all of the cases that have come to light from the Catholic Church alone, look at the movie The Spotlight, in which those priests and nuns were moved from church to church, school to school, because those parents kept coming forward saying there is something wrong with X, Y, and Z. Now, what I can tell you is this, is that if people are sitting up here thinking that this is a dispute between who owns Crime Chaser and who owns this, neither one of you do, because you have not protected it legally.
Patent.
The fact of the matter is that there is someone out there who is saying on a public platform, bring me your children. It is God's calling that I'm doing X, Y, and Z. Look at the show that just came on ID the other night, talking about all these kid shows and how all of these children were around predators, right? And everybody thought it was great because they were actors and all of these other things. This is not about who owns Crime Chasers. This is not about that. This is about someone around children who shouldn't be around children. And until people start to realize that it has nothing to do with somebody going out there recording crimes and all of these other things, right? This has to do with someone being around children who has not been vetted. And I'm not saying that everyone who has been vetted is safe. It is up to the parents and the guardians to make sure that they keep an eye on their own children. It's not up to someone who runs a social media platform, because you don't know anything about them. So when people stop realizing that it has to do with a fight and making amends and all of this stuff, if people were so interested in making amends, why do a live on your own feed and then showcase you being interviewed on Martin's page and then say how sorry you are, when in reality on your own page you were making facial expressions at Martin? How genuine were you? You were not. So no, this is not about who owns Crime Chasers. This is about people being aware of sexual predators. And another thing I want to say, stop talking about Father Pfleger, because let me tell you something. I went to the Archdiocese myself on a priest at my own parish, okay? And the Archdiocese, unless they find the person guilty, which I don't believe anything that they say, which is why I have Kwame Raoul's office to release those remaining names of the priests that the Catholic Church wouldn't. It has nothing to do with Father Pfleger. If he was found innocent, that's on those parishioners there to say, you know what, I either believe it or I don't. I'm either going to give money or I'm not going to give money. So this has nothing to do with somebody standing out there about Joe Biden. We have nothing to do with Joe Biden. The people in the city of Chicago on this platform right now can't sit up there and go to the White House and say, okay, Joe, we have proof on you. Because unless you have the proof, like the Skokie police do, there's nothing that you can do.
Amen.
We seem to be losing sight on what the matter at hand is here, and that is someone wants to be around children who does not deserve to be around children. If you think dropping off your children in somebody's hands for a couple of hours so you could go out and twerk or go out with your friends and do whatever the case is, no, you are missing the point. You decided to have children, you need to be held accountable for your children's actions.
Amen.
If a child is walking home and they just all of a sudden a car pulls up and they just automatically start shooting them, you best believe the family knows exactly why that child or those children were shot and killed. This is not the days when the lights came on and we knew that we had to be in the house by a certain time. This is not the days where the neighbors said, yes, Mr. and Mrs. Sanford, I whipped your daughter because she did X, Y, and Z. And you know what my dad would say? Great. Okay, because when she gets in the house, I'm going to beat her ass too. So we seem to be losing sight here. This is not about who owned Crimes Chaser, because I haven't seen any legal paperwork on that at all. What I do see is that people are misconstruing the two names with two different people, and one just happens to have an arrest record where it is pertaining to children. Don't lose sight of that. That should be the sight. Not about someone being a former alcoholic. We're not talking about a former alcoholic. We're talking about someone who was, when the Skokie police were waiting for him, walked right into it. And if you haven't seen To Catch a Predator, I strongly recommend that you do. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Before she gets off, I may say this to her or to you, Martin.
Go ahead.
I was live streaming and watching your show, and I was making faces. But if she was actually genuinely watching, people to watch something to make their own narrative. At the end of that same video, bro, I was just drove to tears because I couldn't even believe the conversation we had. I started out ready to fight, like I always am, and then I was blown away by how I would respond and the way our conversation went. And it actually was a healing thing. So I started off like, yeah, I'm going to get this nigga. And I ended up with, damn, my brother just got me. When you lift up that iPad, it fucked me up. People don't have real intention, nor do they have real good sense or patience or attention span. And they don't give full story. She can't speak for me. And because of what happened today, I feel better about the future. And I am not confused about the conversation, and that's why I made it clear that I'm investigating and I'm going to deal with the facts of the situation. But what I want people to understand is that a charge in the law, the same law that people charge in is the same law that says a person is presumed innocent until proven guilty. And based upon the facts of a case, a prosecutor who gets points for the prosecution of a case, they can give a plea or a lesser deal if their case is weak, if they feel like the particulars of the case is not warranting of the maximum that they should be fighting for, or if a person takes a plea deal because they don't have this kind of history. And the reason why history is important in the court of law is because a pattern is a sickness, but a mistake is rehabilitatable. And I, unlike anybody else on this live, as I said a minute ago, have read the entire case. For the record, I spoke to the detectives and I spoke to the prosecution of the case. They were very disgusted at the live that Justin did because they felt like you had a chance and you didn't do what you should. Everybody felt that way. And because of that, we made him do the right thing after we literally, and when I say we, me, Tyrone Muhammad, a few other people, we've been kicking this boy's ass all day. I didn't get to do nothing else today because we've been holding him accountable. And I told him, you're going to choose who you're going to be today. And basically, Martin, there was no pattern. People who are pedophiles have a pattern of abuse. And I've heard this psychologist agree many times, so I'm pretty sure that you as a clinical professional could agree. That is a sickness, and there is a pattern of abuse. More victims should come forward, right? There should be more evidence that this is who he is, right, ma'am? Doctor?
Dr. Davis, he talking to you. Dr. Davis?
True.
Yeah, she said true. Okay.
That's true. So 8 years ago, he did this. And when we did the research, when they hacked into his things, because that's what my team does, when we looked for all of the people who were connected and we questioned them, believe it or not, there was no pattern. And when we looked at the case, what I did see was somebody that was misrepresenting their age. You have to be 18 years old to get on a dating site. There was somebody that was misrepresenting their age. And there is honestly a moment where there is some confusion in this situation, and there's a connection made. And so then there's this question of, was this grooming? There's a lot of stuff that we had to go through and dissect and are still doing. That at the end of the day, what we determined is that this young man potentially made a bad choice, and he, in he was not living in his truth, which he wasn't living in, is something that he didn't process correctly. And so now you're still trying to figure out, is he or does he have an affinity or liking to children or underage? Because the underage body being attracted to a person is a sickness. So he has now agreed to go under clinical professional help. We're telling him, if we see you mentoring young boys, we whooping your ass. We standing on you. We're telling him, you can crime chase all you want, but we don't want to see you with no kids. We're asking him questions that he don't even have to submit himself to. And this is what I'm trying to get people to say. There are real processes taking place, and I can't help him because I don't even understand the thought process. So people have their opinions, but they be lying, they be deceptive, and they just be saying it from their perspective. That woman that just got off there, she talking to the Catholic Church. She ain't even talking to us because it wasn't, the facts didn't apply. Man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Mark, I want to ask Jedediah your question.
Go ahead.
Me too. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm a mother of a sex trafficking daughter. And why he did not expose himself, he didn't come out and tell the public why somebody else had to expose him. So it was plenty red flags that I saw. And Tyrone Muhammad, I spoke to Tyrone tonight. So me being a mother, it's not only my child, it's everybody's child. He needs help, professional help. And he needs to get it as soon as possible. And he needs to take care of his business. Because to be honest with you, I won't want him around my child. Under no circumstance.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Come on. Ask your question.
Real quick, Brother Jedediah, I just wanted to say, with the information that you learned about the significance of the case, would you be comfortable with this man around your child? Would you knowing the facts of the case like you know it?
As it stands, I wouldn't have, well, first of all, I don't care. I wouldn't have my child around no man or woman without me. But that's a personal decision. No, I would not. Not me. But I'm not pushing for him to be a mentor to children. I'm pushing for him to be a viable, contributing member of society. If he wants to be a crime chaser, be a crime chaser. If he wants to go to I don't know what ultimately he feels he's called to do. I'm just not going to kill him based on what I see. But me, no. But the question is, for real, why would anybody do it anyway? Why do people leave their children unattended with other adults anyway? I wouldn't do it.
Don't make sense.
And that's all what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make it make sense.
Anybody want to ask Jedediah any questions while you're on here?
And you know what?
Is it a question? I need a question now.
I commend you and Martin for being at peace. Y'all trying to have sex all different. That's what real men do. Period.
Okay, thank you for that. Anybody else have a question right here?
Hey, Jedediah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Jedediah, this Trail. This the crime chaser.
Go ahead.
Hey, I got a question for you. Do you feel in your heart, you and Martin, do y'all feel in y'all heart that Justin is a pedophile or he did some stuff that he ain't got no business doing?
Well, it ain't what I feel. It's what we know, what's on paper. You know, just like in excuse me.
I understand the paper. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm going by what's on the paper, and he admitted to guilt. He pleaded a lesser charge. You know, so
that I was making about the Catholic Church.
Right. Okay.
Yes, the point that I was making about the Catholic Church. Hello.
Okay, hold on. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. We answer the question, then I'll let you come. Renee. Question. Okay. You said, do I feel that he's a pedophile? Yeah. You know, yeah, he have a problem. Yes, he have a problem. He's in denial. He had an opportunity yesterday, a golden opportunity to come clean. You know, he was arrogant with it. He lied yesterday. And then you know what I didn't like? He deflected, and you spent 20 minutes on Mark Johnson. You know, listen, you don't know me, brother. You probably watch all my videos, but you don't know me. You only had maybe 1 or 2 conversations with me. So you can't deflect and make it all about me. I didn't mess with no underage girl, boy. So don't make it about me. It's you. You've been caught. Live up to it, brother. You know, live up to it. So what that did, it told me a lot of things. This is why you came out with the mask on your face. This has told me why you kept your identity hid. This why it told me that. This has told me when you had your meeting on the west side, you had invitations only and told the parents to drop it off. You know, just drop your children off. You don't come. Then this told me when you had little boys writing letters, my love, and y'all my love back. All these things are telltale signs. That's all I'm saying. You know, listen, I'm an old school. You can't beat me at this game. I'm a master thinker. And that's what I try to tell. I think, brother. I read. And I read body language. Your body language wasn't even right yesterday. You know, then you're going to provoke them people. Well, what about Mark Johnson? You could have just said, you know what? I love Mark Johnson. He did say that. But I'm going to leave that alone right now. And I would have had more respect for him. But for him to dwell on my name, I was hot. I was hot. Because, listen, I was hot. I've been waiting for this moment for a long time because I knew what it was. I picked him up in the spirit. I knew what it was. But you know what? Everybody, Jedediah included, said, Mark, you hate, you know, one growing up. I said, you know what? Everybody got a point. Let me just sit back and let the man do what he do. And then it's just dropped out the sky. That's all. So I don't hate Justin. He, like Jedediah said, Tyrone, he needs some help. He needs some help.
No.
You know, so that's what I'm saying. Listen,
always come to
hold it, sister. My thing is, brother crime chaser, my thing is this, brother. You had an opportunity to express yourself and be truthful with the people. People are going to support you regardless. They're going to support you whether you're right or wrong, if they call up into personalities. But see, I'm all about the facts. Like Jedediah said, he read the transcripts, he got it. Hey, he got it from Brandon. The man got the facts. You can't do nothing but go to it. You know?
Right.
That's all I'm saying. So, yeah, I believe he is that. And I'm not, it's nothing personal against him. Yeah, I believe he is that. That's me, Jedediah. You can take from there.
I think that he has.
Said about the Catholic Church.
Okay, hold on, Jedediah. Hold on, listen, Renee.
I don't.
He got to answer one question.
I'm basically trying. So basically, at this moment, we still looking into it. That's why I was so interested in a potential video, because we're still looking into it, and we have asked him to just cease all interaction with young males as it relates to mentoring and like presenting that in the public. Because if he do it, we're gonna challenge him. So I don't want to. I'm not making an opinion, nor am I a judge, jury, or any of that. I'm trying to get the facts, and I'm not trying to blindly support, and I'm not trying to blindly crucify. And that's what I told him. I'm not giving you a pass. I'm giving you an opportunity. And I was very disappointed because when he did the live, he was not forthright. And that's why I told my team, get me the information. They got the information. And when I saw it, I had to stand on him and I had to confront him. And when I confronted him and we dissected it all, I felt within myself that it was worth me continuing to investigate it, as well as help him with a path to fixing the L. But I cannot deny what's there. I won't do that. But what I will say is we don't find a pattern. So as of right now, my conclusion is that he made a bad decision. And because of what I'm looking at, the other party was deceptive. But there is an issue. There are issues. And I'm not denying that. So we're just trying to let this thing take its course. So we're continuously looking into it, and I'm going to be honest and forthright with what we find. That was that.
Okay, Jed, but there are some signs that it was clearly that he was trying to hide. So you know that. And my thing is, I was upset, not with you, because I spoke of you. I said, Jed is the only one out of all the activists that came out. And I didn't listen to your video. It said that you do not support child abuse, sad day in the community, transparent intelligence. You did say that. So I commended you with that. Somebody got on me about doing that, but I said, man, Jed spoke out. Now, you was the last person that I thought would say that. Seriously, in my mind. And I don't get it right all the time. But there have been some people that have not said nothing. They're trying to wait till it's soft to come out. And my thing is, y'all can't get mad at me because I'm trying to protect victims. Can't get mad at me. Do I have a person thing against him? Yeah, I would say that because of the name. But I knew it. Something wasn't right. My suspicion, So the same people that was calling me names and all that and this, now this come out. And they're quiet now. Now they're trying to make it all about me. So my point is, I haven't seen no other activists come out and make a public stand. Period.
Pedophilia is it is a mental health issue, and so I'm trying to figure out how to say this. I'm trying to navigate. When a pedophile has a pattern of attraction to young children, underage children. They engage in child pornography. They want to sleep with children. From what I see and what we're looking at, we're trying to determine if this pedophilia, which I cannot do, only a clinical professional can do, and he's submitting to that process. But what I can do is see that this is a young man who was not upfront about his sexuality, and he made a decision to attempt to engage in an act. And because I see the particulars, this alone can't answer that question. I don't even know how to best explain it. But I don't have a conclusion, and I'm not making an opinion. I'm going to get the facts, and I'm going to present them as we get them.
Okay, Jed.
And I'm going to require him to take the steps.
So with what you just said, it is very similar to what has happened in the Catholic Church. And with you saying that I'm not speaking about the same thing, I most certainly am speaking about the same thing. Because if you look at the reports, or if you watch the movie Spotlight, or you find out about what happened to the Archdiocese in Boston and how they had to declare bankruptcy to pay for all of the claims that were filed against them, those priests and nuns groomed those children. Those priests and nuns bought those kids things. Those priests and nuns knew that those kids came from broken homes or they were troubled children. And what they did was those kids let their guards down, and they were molested and they were preyed on. So those predators went right after them. So yes, when I tell you about the Catholic Church and what they have done to children, it does have something to do with this. Because when someone is saying, yes, I need to, God called me, told me to be around children, X, Y, and Z, and if you're making faces at me on your page, then you need to drop from here. So that has everything to do with it, because a predator does not change. They groom those children. They groom those children. They sit up there just like at Quigley North and Quigley South, and they took those boys up there to their fishing. Oh, let me take your children fishing for the weekend. And those boys came back raped and were too ashamed to say something.
Well, I believe that if they don't accept Jesus Christ, them Catholics going to hell anyway. But what I am going to say is yes, and I'm going to say this. I am making faces because you got on this live and you started talking about me making faces at Martin, but you didn't obviously. either you didn't see the ending or the fullness of it, or you didn't hear it because
When
literally.
when you were speaking to Martin, I went to your live and you were making
Right.
faces.
Oh, so you only was on there for a second.
Okay. You know what? Play that game with somebody else.
Have a good day, baby. Take your Catholic ass on and get some spirit. Go to the Lord. She went to my page and then she came back and she misrepresented what was going on. Yes, I was making faces as I said. Yes, I was talking big crap, but it turned because we had a moment that we got clear. And so, but for her to come on here, this is what he was doing. She tried to make it as if somebody was being disingenuous and she didn't know the whole situation. And that's the same thing she's doing with trying to parallel this to the Catholic Church. There is a pattern of abuse within the archdiocese. There is a pattern of covering it up. There's a pattern of grooming children. Right now, all I have is a charge that was downgraded, and we're trying to find the pattern because if in fact he is a pedophile, we will. So it ain't the same.
Okay, Jared, let me ask you a question real quick. Now, I know you got, hold it. Hold it, I want to ask you a question. Now, you know, since you're in contact with Justice, have any parents came to you with anything, any new accusations, anything? We're not talking about the 8 year stuff ago. We're talking about right now, within the last 2 years when he came on the scene and things like that. Have any parents spoke of anything? Did they, to you, have you heard anything?
The moment that he does, we're going to have a big problem. I'm not going to be able to support it, Martin. Okay. And that's why the video is very important to me, because if there's a video that shows this to be a true truth, then I got to take a harder stance against him, unfortunately.
Okay.
Jedediah, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Seeing is that he lied about it being about the victim being a female. Now, is it possible that out of fear of embarrassment that he lied? Out of fear. I don't know how to put it out there, but out of fear. When you're afraid of something, you're not going to tell the truth right away. But then you have to. Is it possible that he lied out of fear?
I believe that that's exactly why he did not say male instead of female, and I've been through that, and that's the one part that I feel like I actually relate and understand, because it took me a long time and a lot for me to be honest about my truth, about my lifestyle, and I would say her, but when it would have probably really been, well, it could have been either one because I like both, but the fear of coming out as a same gender loving man is very real and alive, especially in the public space, because people turn on you for the dumbest reason. For example, like what's going on in your own individual bedroom or life, and maybe he didn't want to come out to his family, his friends. So I believe that it was fear. Absolutely.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead. You go ahead, 3699, real quick. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is the thing with that. You are an adult male who just so happens to be bisexual. And this is 2024, so there's a difference. You're an adult male who is attracted to other adult males. This is a boy that is attracted to, this is an adult man that is attracted to little boys. So you don't have to, you owe no one about your personal business. If you want to come out, that's great. And you can live in your, truth about your lifestyle, but you can't compare the two. You're an adult male that's attracted to adult men. This is an adult male that is attracted to little boys. That's all I wanted to say.
That would be the unfair conclusion, and that's what we're trying to do the research in. The man was engaged in a conversation with somebody who was deceptive, and that's what I keep trying to tell people. A lot of times,
put your phone on mute. Put your phone on mute. Put your phone on mute. Go ahead.
see, just like somebody just came in there. You were just talking about Martin. Now you talking on his platform. People have no clue. You just jumped in.
Man, don't
People
ignore,
are gonna do it based on where they
ignore
are.
them about Jedediah. Talk, man.
No. I'm using it as an example.
Okay.
I'm using it as an example. People take whatever information is available to them, they match it up with their biases, and then they come up with their conclusion. People don't have the patience to get facts. So what I'm trying to say is, I cannot say, and I will honestly say this today, we dealt with that because I had to be very clear. To like children is weird as hell. Their bodies aren't developed. What can they do for you? What the psyche of looking at an underdeveloped human and wanting to sleep with them is a sickness. So we had to and I hate to say this, but some of our children are developed more than they were in times past. So you got to look at the whole situation, and you got to see. And I'm not making this determination by myself. There is a process. There are people. There are things that are going on, and you got to say to the prosecution, well, why didn't y'all press for this? If this was a pedophile, if he is a pedophile, then he should be on the registry. You have these conversations. But what I'm trying to tell you is that to say he is a pedophile is unfair. He has not been to conclude that. You don't know what the child looked like. You don't know what the conversations was. You don't know the processes which they got there. So what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to defend or try to fight it, because we looking for facts. That's all we dealing with. And based on the facts we have, I'm going to do everything in my power to help make sure he's on the road to recovery. And if I find out that he lied to me, and if I find out that he actually hurt a child, and if I find out that he's a pedophile, he loses that. But this is the problem with us. We see something, we come in at a moment, we base it with our own biases, and we make conclusions. And people never have the fighting chance to be anything better than what we've already judged them to be. And I'm not going to do that. That happened to me, man. That happened to me, sir. And I wasn't, and I am not guilty. But to this day, I still got to face it every time I do something. Well, wasn't you accused of molestation? But I was never charged. Wasn't you accused of molestation? I was never convicted. Wasn't you accused of molestation? But I've been raising for a child. So that taught me about having patience to get the information and the facts. And this
was convicted, and he was.
He was
charged.
not. He was. Ma'am, I'm gonna tell you this for a fact, and I'm gonna tell you this for a fact. He was convicted. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. He was convicted of a lesser crime. If somebody has a case, and if somebody has a case, a prosecutor has a case that involves a child that is of the magnitude of the conversation we're having, trust me, they ain't offering no deal. I had this conversation. He took a lesser deal because I never got on this thing and said that the boy was innocent of the situation. Did I ever do that?
No.
Nope.
But
I'm saying y'all, I'm not making him a pedophile. I'm saying that we're in the middle of an investigation of finding out who Justin is. I defended his work. I don't know him. I'm getting to know him. And everybody who draw a conclusion, I ask them what they base it on, and can't nobody tell me that they've seen half of what we got, and it's unfair.
Well, let me just say this, Jed. Let me just say this. And you've been in the pulpit. You know the Bible said if a man look at a woman and lust after her, he have committed adultery already in his heart. The intent was there, Jed, and you know it. He didn't have sex with that underage boy, but the intent was there, and that's just as guilty. Now, listen, we don't know if this was his first rodeo. We don't know, because we don't know Justin like that. We don't know if this behavior had just started 8 years ago. We don't know. We have no way of knowing that unless he tells us that. So all we got right now is just to take his word. That's all we got. That's all we got, to take his word. That there wasn't no prior engagements before he got caught. That's all. Arrested. Let me say that. So that's all I'm saying. The intent was there. So the intent is sometimes it's just as worse as doing the act, you know. And so, what I'm saying is, Jed, I'm not throwing him under the bus, but this is what I'm saying. He should not be around children, period. You know what I'm saying? Not even, that's just like almost dangling a temptation in front of you. You know, he's setting himself up for failure. The man stopped chasing crime. He started reporting crime on his thing. You know, then he's taking these children to the football games and, you know, doing all that. Then what's so bad about it, Jad, we haven't said this. He was taking little children on a crime scene. That's a dangerous thing to do. Bad enough you got to watch your grown self. You can't take teenagers on a crime scene. That's not good. That's not good at all, Jed. That's not good for me or nobody. You know what I'm saying? So that's not a good look, brother. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
Can I ask Jed a question?
Go ahead.
Hey, Jed. I get you trying to investigate and trying to help, but don't you feel some kind of way that he lied to you on your platform from saying it was a girl to it was a boy? And if you can do that to somebody that's trying to help you, I would think that should raise an eyebrow to somebody that is intelligent as yourself. And as the lady said, it's a big difference between your lifestyle. Nobody ever said that could say you was convicted of child molestation, and it took a while for you to come out about your sexuality. Your sexuality and what you do is your business. You're a grown man. This situation, this person been convicted, and I agree on both parts. I couldn't understand why the prosecution would even allow to give him a lesser charge. And I'm pretty familiar with the court system. I couldn't understand why he would get a lesser charge, and I definitely couldn't understand why an innocent person would plead to an innocent to a lesser charge if they didn't have nothing to do with it, especially a sexual crime. We're not talking about theft, stealing the car. We're talking about something that's going to be on your background in your history forever.
Forever, yeah. And so you said it, you just said it again, and you're absolutely right. And that was my first question to the prosecution is why would a lesser charge be agreed to? And that answer I'm satisfied with. They didn't have a strong case, but this is what I want you to understand. He never lied to me on my platform. That's not how that happened. He spoke on his own platform. I went, it made me, because of the things that I was being sent, made me go and look for the actual case. We got the information, and I called him and confronted him about it. Nobody on this at any point said that this young man did not make a bad decision. But this is our problem as a community. We kill people right away, and we don't get to the root. We don't get to the why. We don't get to the pattern. We don't get to the information. And that's why we give every other community the ability to kill us too. So what I'm trying to say to y'all is, y'all saying the intent. I just told y'all, I told him, I'm not giving you a pass. We're giving you an opportunity. You got to go through a process. We're asking you, stop mentoring young people at this moment while we search this matter out. But I also said that there was deception. He was also in this conversation deceived. You can't even get on a dating app unless you agree that you're over 18 years old. There was a bio. There were things that said that the person he was engaged in conversation with was not a minor. Those are things that will make the case weak. I'm not his lawyer. I'm not speaking for him. I'm talking to the facts and I'm in an awareness. And to be a pedophile, I've spoken to clinical professionals. There's a doctor, a person that identified themselves as a psychologist on the line. I even asked her on the line. A pedophile has a pattern. A pedophile, this is a sickness. We have not identified a pattern. What we're doing right now is trying to figure out how bad was this bad decision, and we're trying to deal with it accordingly. And we're trying to give him the opportunity to be on the path to reconcile and re-earn the trust of the public. And we allow him to understand the seriousness of it, and we standing on it. So many people are doing a lot of things in our community, and ain't nobody saying nothing, and ain't nobody standing on them. People know what's going on, and they looking the other way. It ain't my business. I ain't got, or they don't want to be seen and like they messy. In our community, Chicago especially, been dealing with this kind of shit a long time ago. It's a whole lot of people who know a whole lot of dirt, but ain't saying a whole lot of nothing. So I'm breaking the trend today, because I supported him and I was hardlined about it. And what taught me this is when I didn't break it before. If this young man is found to have been a pedophile, I'll be the first. I'll be the loudest. I'll be the messiest. Me, my camp, we ain't found that. And I ask, just like anybody else would, that y'all got to understand, I'm not I can't do shit. I can't put him, I'm sorry, I don't know if you can cuss on this, but I can't put him in hell, heaven. I can't put him in jail. All I can do is turn information over to the authorities. But the authority allowed him to get a lesser charge, didn't put him on any registry, and they gave him that because they also know the particulars of the case. And then I say this to y'all, the real conversation about this, that got to be handled by professionals in the court of law. People just need to simply stop leaving their kids to people looking for reasons and anybody to trust to put to send their kids anywhere. Mentor your own children. Have better relationships amongst parents. Parents don't even want to parent right, and then they want to put the child that they created on everybody else in society. If it wasn't trends, it wouldn't be no justice. So if everybody monitor their kids and find activities for their kids this summer, we ain't got to even worry about this conversation. The truth is that if parents be parents, we wouldn't even, we would all be going to bed, either do gay or straight stuff tonight, eating or whatever. But what I want y'all to get at the moment is that and I don't think nobody else, I'm not about to let anybody operate in Chicago. We done too much. We're not going to let anybody operate in Chicago that's going to hurt children. If I find out that that is what he's capable of, in the real sense, I got the intent, I got the charge, I got the plea, I got all this. If we can confirm that that's what he's capable of, he will not have no support from me at all. But right now, we are on a process.
Hey, you know what? I think that he got a lesser charge due to the fact that he probably never did this before, and that's what they're looking at, that he never did it before, and he did it for the first time. And so with the first time, okay, we really don't have too much evidence, and we really ain't got this and that. We gonna give him a slap on the wrist. So when he do it again next time, we're gonna handle him.
And that's a possibility. And so far, it's been 8 years, and we don't have any more charge.
Okay. All right. I got another call. I got another call.
It was 8 years ago, and he was on paper for a couple years, and after those couple years, people that's a pedophile, they might not show any signs or pattern then, but you got to look how young he was in that process. And now it's a sickness. It's uncontrollable.
So what black people?
All I'm saying, Jan, is he don't need to, just like you say, he don't need to be around no kids at all. He's been deceptive.
Who said
that? He's been deceptive.
Here's my
already.
question so I have to ask you. I'm just curious. I'm asking this question because I would really like to know how long, sir, do you think that it would take before we would know if it's a pattern or not? How many years? And let me ask you this question. Is there even a possibility of being reconciled?
Let the doctor answer that. Go ahead, Dr. Davis.
Myself personally. Go ahead, Doc.
Bill, is that Bill or Marcus? I can't recognize the voice.
That was me saying, go ahead, Bill.
Hey, Bill. I guess this. Back in 1993. And back then, they didn't have rape charges back then like the way they have it now. This man didn't have Jay had I pronounce your name, so I'm going to say Jay. point because this man actually raped his own daughter. That was my stepdad. My mother was married 5 times. Sex offenders, they do have a pattern. Feel for this man, and I pray that he does get some help. We're not on here trying to bash him. He gets some help. People, so pattern to a degree, it is. Because
you breaking up.
He has a new video.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be. My phone is doing good.
Come on with it. Come on with it.
Pattern. Right, Mr. J. Pattern. Martin has this video, and he turned it into the police station. We need to see, and that's it. That's all.
Well, I'm just turning it in because I was actually turned it in, and to me, I mean, the police would have to make the judgment. See, this is a court of public opinion right now, what we're doing. But the court of law is different from the court of public opinion to me. So they have to make a decision as if what they see, what's inappropriate, what's not appropriate, and all that. So, I mean, it's just not a good look to me. It's not a good look at all. But we got 708. Come on, caller. 8,500. Come on, 8,500. 8,500.
What's going on, Martin? How you doing? How you doing, Mr. Brown, Jed? Nothing much. So I got a question. I hear everybody talking about. I hear everybody talking about how bad this situation is, right? And somebody just came on there and said he shouldn't be around no children. He shouldn't be doing this. He shouldn't be doing that. I get it. And you just brought up a good point. How long is long enough, right? So let me ask the question: can alcoholics become non-alcoholics anymore? Can people who have addictions stop having addictions anymore? What I'm watching and noticing is that people won't say, hey, you know what? Let's say he was like this 8 years ago. Let's say he was like that 8 years ago. It's 8 years now that he's not like that anymore. Why are we not trying to give this man a chance, though? It was 8 years ago.
Not what we said, but we didn't say that.
No,
say that. Don't come on here with that. We didn't say that. Say that, Martin. Say that. We said that we prayed that he get help. We say that we got a video months ago. That we get help, sir.
So he's not speaking of you. He said in general conversation. He's not speaking of us.
Right. So I also said, ma'am, I said that I'm looking at messages on here where people are not giving this young man a fair opportunity to say, okay, cool. Because if you watched his live, he was very nervous. He was very boxed up. You understand what I'm saying? So he already is feeling the brunt of this already. And a lot of it is because of him. All of it is because of him. You know, Martin said yes. Nobody told him to go to that house in Skokie. Nobody told him to send nude pictures of himself. He did that on his own. And now after 8 years, because he stepped into a public light, nobody put a camera in his hand and said, hey, man, go be a crime chaser. He chose to do that. With being a public figure, any type of public figure, now you're under that microscope and people are going to dig. People are going to find stuff. And it's just a part of the game. It is what it is. So now he has to go through something. Jedediah went through something. Martin went through something. Everybody goes through something. And like I said to somebody, this too shall pass. We got to, we got to say, all right, cool. We done finally talked about it. It's out there. Martin got a video, cool. Send it. Now let's have these conversations where we say, hey, doctor, that's on the line. I'm willing to give free time to talk to this young man. Let him come sit on my couch. Somebody else that's something. Hey, let me talk to him. Let me go do this. Yeah, don't nobody want him around their kids right now because the allegations, or not even the allegations, we hear about, okay, cool, he done this, he was convicted. But let me ask somebody a question. If he was charged, and this is just for just question, if he was charged, right, with this crime, and you guys looked him up, and he wasn't convicted, let's say the charges was dropped, how would people feel about that? The charges was dropped. He didn't plead down. the charges is dropped, will we still run him through the ringer like this, or would it be like, oh, well, the charges is dropped, but he's still charged, but the charges is dropped?
Okay, look, is this case still fresh, or is he been charged and it's over?
It's closed. It's over.
It's called consequences. He got to deal.
Hold on.
So is it closed? Is he considered to be a pedophile?
It's called consequences. He got to deal.
Can I
with
say
it.
something, Mark?
Yeah, go ahead. 1, 2, 3.
Now, the difference between what that brother was saying is he's comparing that to alcoholism or an addiction is the fact that he's still trying to be active with kids. There's no second chance when it comes to kids. Now, he can chase crime. He can do whatever. We allow him to be amongst the living and be a human being. But we won't allow him to be around no kids. And he's laying in the bed with children, having sleepovers.
Wait, he laying in the bed. Wait, he laying in the bed with children.
Yes, he's laying in the bed with children, apparently having sleepovers and stuff.
Wait, hold on. And I want to say this. Where did you? Because you said something right now that I've never heard before, bro. I don't know you, but again, we gotta stop with that bullshit, man. If you guys ain't got facts, man, this alleged bullshit is y'all crazy with it, man. Okay,
we have facts.
Where's the fact that he is sleeping? He's doing sleepovers with children?
Sir, you got this on video.
Stringer.
And this way, we got to give it to the police department.
Stringer. Just hold down, man. Hold down. Just hold down. You know,
it's alleged, and this is what I'm trying to get people to say right now. It is alleged that there is a picture or a video of something to this degree, but it is a background story to it that most people, because I don't even know if it's true or not, I can't really speak to it. I need to not lose my train of thought on what I wanted to say. And that was what I'm trying to get people to understand again. I'm trying to be very specific. There was some deception that came to him. This person that he was talking to misrepresented who they were. They started this conversation and he's under the impression he's talking to somebody of age. At some point, there is in this conversation confusion of, wait, are you really this age or not? And then there is this agreement to meet. That made this different because it wasn't him having intercourse with a minor, and it wasn't him flat out going to have intercourse with a minor. It was a conversation with somebody at some point that said, wait, are you this age or not? And them saying, I am this age, and then saying something different. So it wasn't the police, because that would have been entrapment. So it was a real conversation that he had with a person. Y'all kids be on the internet doing all kind of stuff. Again, this is not a cover. I'm just trying to give y'all understanding. If he is a pedophile, then he would be consistently, and there will be a pattern of him going after children that are underage to indulge in sexual activity. If he is a person,
how do you know? How do you know, though?
Jed, let me say this. Hold on. Let me say this, y'all. Let me just say this. Jed, all we see is young man around little boys. That's all we see. Around little boys.
That's a pattern.
That's a pattern.
That's a pattern.
Little boys, teen boys. I'm not talking about no grown man, teen boys. And that's a pattern. In other words, we always see them around little boys. Even New Year's out there, New Year's, he had somebody in the car with boys. You know what I'm saying? So it's a pattern, Jed.
That's a pattern.
You know.
So ladies and gentlemen, I have 6.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying, are you with him 24 hours a day?
I'm not, but I'm just speaking to what y'all just said. I'm speaking to what you just said. I have 6.
Mm-hmm.
I've been accused of the worst act that a man could possibly
be accused
of.
You ain't never been arrested. Jed, you've never been arrested.
I'm just saying, can I please say this and get this out?
Go ahead.
I got 6. And the whole time, I've mentored young men that are twice my age, younger than me, all kind of stuff. And I never stopped. And this is what I'm trying to say to y'all. When I was being falsely accused, I never stopped doing what I felt in my heart was to do, and that was to be there for my brothers. I have been around all y'all niggas. I ain't never tried to hit on y'all. Just because you have an attraction to something don't mean that you are perverted in it to that extent. And I hate that people make same gender loving synonymous with pedophilia and things like that. A pattern of attraction is not an interest, because there could be a real interest in seeing the upward mobility of your brother and young men. And if there's a void, and if he's filming bad children, then he wants to try to fill that void. That is not a pattern of abuse. That is a pattern of interest. And to discount it or to assume that it's sexualized, again, is not fair. It's short-sighted.
Jed.
A pattern would be in touching on them. A pattern would be in messages. Yes.
It's called grooming. The grooming process. I could play a video right now. Let me play this video right now real quick. Y'all just give me a little time. I'm going to just play this video. It's called grooming, Jed. Yeah. Go ahead, Bill.
Jed, the big difference, like I said, there's people that made accusations about you, but it was more people that was able to say, just like you said, you've been around grown men and younger men or whatever, but there was not a pattern of you just being around gay guys and you was proclaiming to be straight. That's a pattern, and it's a pattern of grooming. I can't get around it myself personally. It's a big difference, man. A big difference. You got a history of trying to help your community, regardless to anything, male or female. He done came around with nobody really knowing who he is, and being deceptive, and not coming forth with the truth about his incident. It confused me, like I said, about him taking a plea and them giving him a plea. But I'm also smart enough to know when somebody under fire, they gonna be cool while they under fire. The 2 years he was on probation or whatever, and there's no time period between somebody doing the right thing for whatever reason it is, but that insatiable desire, it's gonna rear its ugly head.
Wow, that's crazy.
I'm not one. I'm not one to point the finger and convict anybody, because I don't have to answer. So wait a minute. I'm just voicing my opinion. I'm voicing my opinion. I know.
But you putting them in heaven.
Let me.
No, I ain't putting them. No, he's gonna put himself.
I don't think that you guys are walking. I don't think that you guys are walking the very thin line of not having made a judgment. You can hear the judgment.
Mr. J, you ain't been. Have you ever been right? Been right.
Hey, Jay, check this out. You're a very smart man. If you have been accused, convicted of something of the nature that he has been accused of, you're going to do everything in your power not to be in that position again. All these videos with little boys and in the name of God told me to. Cult leaders say that God told me to do this. Cult leaders say that.
Hey, let me pay this.
And the fact that you don't hold on. The fact that you don't protect yourself, you have protected yourself and your brand and your name after all of what you've gone through. And can't nobody say nothing but, regardless of how they feel about you, that you haven't been convicted on no level. And okay, your sexuality came out, can't nobody say nothing about it. But there's definitely a pattern. I can't convict the man. He can only convict himself. I'm not judge,
wait a minute,
jury, or God.
Hold on.
or
Wait,
God.
I don't know why we keep going around the wall. Excuse me. Is this lady on this thing a real clinical professional?
Yes.
I
Okay.
am.
Doctor, I'm talking about the doctor, the female psychologist.
Yes.
Can you please tell us the components of a pattern of a pedophile? Please.
Fire. And that's been doing this for years. So this man, know if he been doing this for years. No, you don't know him. I don't know him personally. Or if he been doing this for years. Told you that my stepfather, mother third husband, by the way, she was married 5 times. I was raped by him as he raped his own daughter. Battery, you are right by that.
Okay, let me play this video, y'all. Let me, Jed, let me play this video. Hold on.
Let Mark play the
Mark.
video.
Let me play this video, Marcus, then I'll let you
Mark.
This
I would check out
How did you get them alone?
grooming.
His show. Let him play the video.
I would check out
How did you get them alone?
grooming. I would check out their family situation. I would check out their clothing to see how well they were, financially. I would check out their social interaction with other kids. When we were on the ballparks or on the gym floor, I would make sure which ones I wanted to molest. I would give them special attention, congratulate them, talk to them when I know that I would never be allowed to talk to anybody.
doing it in ignorance. There's a reason why we go through process. There's a reason why we have education. So all this is opinion, and I'm not even believing that now no more.
Mm-hmm.
Now you tell me those three. Now don't tell me those things in his behavior that makes him a pedophile, and then we can talk. But until then, get your weight up and get you some transcripts. Sorry, Martin, you want to go ahead and play your video?
Okay.
That's sad. That's sad, man.
Let me play the video.
Amen.
This man
Amen.
here
Let me
has
play
a
it.
problem.
Let me play
Amen.
the video. Let me play the
I would check out
How did you get them alone?
grooming. I would check out their family situation. I would check out their clothing to see how well they were, financially. I would check out their social interaction with other kids. When we were on the ballparks or on the gym floor, I would make sure which ones I wanted to molest. I would give them special attention, congratulate them, talk to them when I know that I would never be allowed to talk to anybody else. Aside from everybody, I would give them the attention that an official is not supposed to give anybody. And it made them feel like, wow, he's paying me attention. It is a direct form of grooming.
Were there certain characteristics that you looked for in children before molesting them?
In children, yes, but more I also looked at their families. If I thought the father was a threat, I would not approach the child. If I thought that the child had friends that he would tell, I would not approach him. If I thought the child had friends that were in the same capacity he was, I would approach him. For the simple fact that if I could molest him, I could lure him into believing, grooming him into believing that he would enjoy it. And therefore, I could manipulate him into having his other friends come and be molested by me as well.
So perhaps a child that doesn't really have a whole lot of friends, maybe not really a strong family, things like that.
Yes, no spiritual values, weak in education, needs help in many ways, even from split parenting, has a mother who may be having problems with the family, well, here comes superhero in to help out, wow, well, thank you very much. No problem. You ever need me to take them away for the night so you can have a night out? No problem. It works.
On an iPhone.
Family, you know, with this
All right, that's it, y'all.
out, you know, wow. Thank you very much.
Oh,
Yeah. So
offenders,
that's it.
no, they have a sick obsession.
Because
It
Dr.
could
D,
be women, it could be kids.
Dr. D, he was trying to get a clinical answer from you. That's what Jed was trying to get. He wanted to get a.
And I'm gonna do it right now.
Okay.
Offenders can have with kids and men, it could be anyone. A sick up with them. A lot of times it's about control. Need some help. Need help. Oh my God, all you want to, but it's the truth. They need help.
Where you get this
In
degree
their
at?
mind, and a lot of times they could have been raped themselves. Could have happened to them. Offender, he's still out there. It's just, it is what it is. A problem. He's some help. We're not on here suggesting to say the sex offender, he did what he did, but he needs some help. So Justin realized that he needs some help. Can help him.
A comment for Judge
I'll help
off
you.
the line.
Yeah, go ahead.
Jesus.
Go ahead, baby.
Well,
Thank you,
you.
Judge Dyer, for
I-
your clinical things, Ed. I appreciate that.
Hold on. Go ahead, caller. Go ahead.
But yeah, sorry about that. It's just I was about to go to bed, and I was glad he came back on the line, and I'm glad he said that he's someone who's real. 'Cause I didn't get a chance to say earlier because there was a lot of talking going on, but and I kept getting interrupted, but rightfully so. It's a very heated conversation, but my research with this Justin, I didn't know about him at all until recently. Like the other day when you started to say it. But the point is that first of all, I don't like that news was all over him. These are reporters. I'm sure they knew his past, and yet they were still up in his face. And I know they had they had to ask him, but they didn't air it. And what I was getting to was,
they did not know
all right, I'm sorry,
the video. They did not know. They
he's
took
a
the
man.
video down off NBC. It's not up there. They didn't know. They had got wind
I mean,
of it.
I'm just saying, I'm just
telling
assuming
you, they didn't know.
it has re-
They didn't
Okay.
know. They didn't know.
Well, my issue is that for one, they didn't know. So, but he still, I don't know how close he is friends to this Mr. Jedediah, but from my perspective, if I had a friend who was a part of my space, I would expect them to inform me of their past so I know what I'm getting into. I mean, I don't know his profile. I can give you a clinical psychologist profile. I don't want to say my background, but I don't even think that's necessary because we come down to the fact that, you know, if he's being accused of something that's a criminal thing, and if someone is your friend and they're being accused of a criminal thing or they have been accused in the past and they didn't inform you, they're including you in their mess because you don't know what the police are going to ask you. You're close to them and you're their friend. And you've been on public spaces talking about that they're not responsible. I'm just saying when people are being accused of things, they're going to reach for people close to them to come to their defense, whether you want to or not. So I'm just saying, I'm glad you're being real, but being real, I really do think because he did not inform you that he had this past, he puts you in a situation that you're now in because you don't know where this is going to go. And I'm just saying, before you call this dude your friend, and I'm not saying he ain't, but I'm just questioning, is he really your friend? He would have informed you before all this started because you don't know what the police are going to ask you in the future. You don't know what he's going to say that y'all was involved in, and you're going to be sitting around with your lips stuck out. I thought we was friends. I thought we was boys. But if you were really friends, you were really boys, he would have told you beforehand. So I don't know his past about his pedophile and how close he was. That's all criminal, and that's all psychology. But as far as y'all being friends and you defending him, I would not jump to the defense of someone so quickly who did not inform me from Jump Street, because that's already a minus right there off the bat. If you being real, you would go to your boy, be like, this ain't cool. You did not tell me what is going on. And you can involve me in your mess. And it's not right that he involved you in his mess, because you don't know where it's going to go or who's going to accuse him. And if he's your friend,
You're on the
wrong show, baby.
Okay, hold on. She's not on the wrong show.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead, Marcus. Go ahead.
She talking about he defended her.
Okay, let me ask Jedediah this question right quick.
Go ahead.
The real question here is, how did this thing come about? If Justin was tricked, how did this thing come about? What was the purpose of this thing in the first place? Was they investigating a dating service or something? Was soliciting underage children? What was the purpose of this thing that caught Justin? It was a sting operation at Skokie, right?
Amen.
What was the purpose of the sting? It had to have been a reason. It had to have been a pattern of this behavior somewhere.
If I'm not mistaken,
no, let Jed.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe. Oh, go ahead, Jed. Go ahead,
Jed. Answer the question. Jackson.
I really want to know what Stringer was going to say.
Well, go ahead, Stringer. Go ahead, Stringer.
Hey, that's your friend. That's your friend. No. I'm gonna let I'm gonna let Jed talk about his friend. Go ahead, Jed.
I don't know. I mean, people probably just coming in. I don't know how many times I got to say this. I do not know Justin. I know his work. I know of him as a crime chaser like everybody else. When the facts came out, I handled it through the facts. And now that we're where we are, I've given him an opportunity based on my information to go through a process to not only get to know me, but to get help if he needs it. And to put him in a place where, if it's possible, he can earn the public trust again. While I'm also asking him not to engage with young boys while we finish figuring out what's going on. I don't know how many times did I have to say that.
I got a question for Jed.
I just got to ask Mr. J one question. Let me ask Mr. J one question. Come out, Mr. Johnson, the video, more videos, because I even have a video that I'm going to send Mr. Johnson tomorrow to the on here and apologize, please.
Excuse me?
On here and apologize.
You want me to come on there and apologize about if you send a video?
Johnson, go and they exposed this on the news. Can you at least come on here and apologize and say that we were right?
Right about what?
Being a sex offender.
Why would I be apologizing? I literally tuned in asking if there was on the video and is there a video. I know nothing about the video. I gave the alleged scenario, and the only thing on here, and I'm giving him the same grace that I'm giving you. I can only go by what people say, but I need to research your degree. And if I find out that he lying and you lying, I'm gonna say it. If I find out y'all telling the truth, I'm gonna say it.
Look me up.
But right now, it's some sketchy, questionable stuff going, because I'm going to say this even for a clinical professional. I have a psychologist.
And I have. Fuck you have, because now you offended me. And look my name.
Now you're mad. Now you're mad. Go to bed.
No, because you offended me.
Go to bed.
Go to bed.
You were supposed to be able to. You were supposed to be able to professionally get this conversation.
You've been on here disrespecting everybody. You've been on here disrespecting Martin.
What's the Hennessy?
Everybody. Who does that?
What's that cognac?
Drink Hennessy, sir.
Dr.
Cognac, sir.
Your degree is probably just as valid as my preacher's. What site did you get it from? Go to bed.
That's Dr. Dre.
I just want to apologize to Mr. Jedediah. I did not hear the part where they were not long-term friends. I just jumped and assumed that y'all were friends beforehand, so I didn't hear that part, and I apologize. So in that regard, I apologize. I didn't know that you guys were not friends, and I realized that you were just reaching out, trying to help someone in need. So in that respect, from this moment on, I do really think you should monitor your conversations with this young man. I'm glad that you wanted to step in and help a stranger, since he is a stranger to you. But at this point, I really do think you need to monitor your conversation. Just as advice from someone who cares. You don't have to take my advice. I'm just a member of the public who cares. And I'm just saying, you can't always jump, help people, especially when things look dicey. You could try, but I think from this point out, you really should be careful on defending him or say anything to defend him, since y'all literally just met. And I thought y'all knew each other for a while the way you were talking about him, but I apologize. And I was the one who did say I had to go to bed earlier, not the young lady you was accusing of cognac. Martin,
You need to go to bed.
I don't drink.
I will keep up with the show, Martin, and I appreciate what you do.
Okay.
Saying,
All right,
you know,
y'all.
You guys have a
we're not
wonderful
on
night.
here judging anybody.
Please.
We're not on here judging anybody. Please, everybody. We're not on here judging people. On here talking about A. Peter. We don't want him to have help. We want him to have help. To be mean.
Ma'am, I just want to point out this, but I just want to point out this one thing. This is all I want to point out. This is all I want to point out. You see how mad you got? You see how mad you got when I questioned what you said? I don't know you from Tom, Dick, or Harry. I asked you. Excuse me. Well, I'm sorry. I apologize. I want to.
I don't
Okay.
overtalk you, baby.
Well, okay, go ahead.
Shut up. I'm gonna let you talk. I don't do that. You talk, baby. I'm not gonna overtalk you.
The anger you have, the anger you feel, the anger you have, and the anger you felt by me questioning your validity as a doctor is because, and I'm basing it off of the conversation alone, is what I'm asking you not to do. Don't let your limits, I didn't go to school with you, I don't know what stage you walked across, I don't know what your financial loans look like. All I can go on is what I got because I don't know you. So what I'm trying to tell you is this is what I've learned not to do. I'm not going to assume that you're not a doctor, even though you don't sound like one. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my research. So what I'm trying to tell you is I understand the optics of what is being shown about the young man, but I'm going to do the investigation so that we can get a real conclusive answer that is rooted in facts and in, medicine maybe? Because that's it. That's all. That's my only interest. And I'm not trying to disrespect you, but it really, really, really bothered me that there is a woman on here that is saying you are a clinical doctor and people are trying to dissect the threshold of a pattern of abuse for a pedophile. And I ain't not one time heard you speak medically or educated about this thing. It bothers me.
Medically, because if I speak medically, half of y'all not gonna understand what I'm saying, and I'm not trying to be ignorant.
Try me. I read books a lot.
Listen to me. My name is Dr. UMMUNA Davis. Google me. You will find my name. VUMMUNA.
Not interested. Martin brought you on as a credible witness, so it says that there are. I mean, I know that I do know that there are.
You said that you want to Google me.
I never said that.
Dr. VUMMUNA.
But you listen to people.
He said he want to look me up. My name is Dr. I work for 4 universities.
You got that.
My own company. All right,
you got that. So I'm asking you. So I'm going to ask you again for the people that are on this thing. What is the pattern of a pedophile? How do we determine if a person has a mental illness that will cause them to be engaging in pedophilia?
If she mentioned her brother one more time, I'm about to jump off my balcony.
You say not my brother. I never said my brother. My brother ain't never did nothing to me. I never said my brother.
Let her talk.
I said my brother. My brother ain't never touched. That's my best friend. I never.
I
It's my best friend.
Your stepdad. I'm sorry. I apologize. Pardon the body.
A pattern of a sex offender, one who is sick-minded and in control. And likely most sex offenders in themselves. But don't know that.
So the video that he just showed that man was using manipulative language. He was basically looking to see.
The sex offender might have touched him.
Right. I was trying to
head.
I was dissecting the video of the pervert that Mark just had on there.
Oh man, look at Gacy. All these other people.
Oh, I give up.
Have done
I
things.
give up.
I don't have to give up. I'm just telling you.
Martin.
Yeah, she's
sick.
Hey, Martin, this lady don't know nothing, man. This lady is from some drugs.
Yeah, Martin, you've been hoodwinked, bamboozled. Hey, Mark.
You've been
It's out the hat.
Hey,
I love being black.
Hey, y'all don't do my friend like that. Hey, y'all don't do my friend like that now. Yeah, y'all don't do my friend like that.
It's a big white lady.
Martin.
Yeah.
Hey, look, check this out.
Y'all don't do my friend like that, man. Y'all try to dog my buddy. Yeah. Go ahead.
What I'm trying to figure out is, if this happens,
because you know what, you all are men. Y'all ain't never been raped, so y'all don't get it.
Excuse me, watch it because
Wait
yes,
a minute.
I have.
I've been molested too.
I have been raped before. You want to talk about it? You ain't got to be a woman to be raped. That was the most non-medical.
You're right.
Excuse me.
You're right. I'm not going against you. You're right. Men been raped. Oh my God, it's ridiculous what's going on out here.
You just said we can't get raped.
A lot of people have not. Men have not been raped more than women. The fucking fact.
Oh my God, man.
Women been more raped than more than men.
You ain't never been in Stateville.
Yeah. All right.
I have been in Stateville first. My cousin
I don't even know what this is. This just us. We just jonesing at this point. And I'm gonna tell you something. I appreciate that Stringer came on because Stringer is probably one of the toughest people on me right now. Stringer don't cut corners for shit. So I appreciate, and he kicked my ass today, actually, to be honest. So I appreciate him being on here, and I appreciate what you said. But I just need people to understand. We got breakthrough today. This was an amazing live because we got breakthrough on a whole lot of fronts. And I'm not a person that is real easy to get, but Martin got me today. He got me. And you, sir,
y'all got to understand.
You deserve the honor of being the crime chaser that you are and that you've been, and the big little brother that you've been to Chicago, and that can never be diminished. And I'm just gonna ask this one thing. Let's be very hard because there's children involved. Ain't nobody got to take no fucking soft approach to this. Let's kick his ass.
Let me say this, y'all.
Oh my God.
Thank you so much, sir. Come on, let me say this. 35 clinicians that work for me.
Go ahead,
reached out to and I asked, get with one of my clinicians, get some help. We're not on here trying to bash him, man. We want him to get help because he's black. Shout out to one of my therapists, which is in his late 60s. He said, I'm going to talk to him. And I said, I'm going to let that be. Okay, and I let it be. So Martin is not on here trying to bash him. We want him to get help.
Amen.
Okay, I'm a woman.
Okay, look. Let me say something before I get ready to go real quick. I think. Let me say something real quick, and then I'll let y'all go because I gotta go. I gotta get early. Listen, this was probably one of the biggest breakthroughs I think ever. And Jed is right. And at the end of the day, I talked to Jed. I talked to Martin as well. And what you guys don't understand, what happened today is Jed and Martin are having conversations again. And I'll be honest with you, This is what I wanted to see, and both of them will be able to tell you that because I speak to both of them about just being in the same room, being in the same, place and being able to talk like this. And what we don't understand is sometimes God will do certain things, right? That you be like, oh my God, Justin, again, for whatever, it is weird to me that God do things like this, but he say he do mysterious things. But because of Justin's actions, it brought two powerful men back together again to be able to fight for somewhat of the same cause. And at the end of the day, if that's not a breakthrough by itself, I don't know what is. Like, for real, And I hope this is just the start of a new beginning with you two. And it can just, kind of fight for the same thing, everybody. We all want the same thing, man. We do. We all want the same thing. There's no big I's, little U's. We all want the same thing. And what Jed is trying to say tonight is that we want to try to get this young man some help. That's it. Because if we sit here and we talk about these kids all the time, these kids need help. There's nobody to do this. There's nobody to do that. We have to say, all right, cool. I'm going to step up. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Because what a lot of people do, they sit back and they just type just like everybody's doing right now. They do this. That's all they doing. But nobody wants to get out in front of things. And these two men have got in front of it and say, okay, cool. We done ran him through the mud. Now what we trying to do is get him some help. And if you guys, the outside, because you don't know what's going on in the background, if you be patient, sit the hell down somewhere and let this boy get help. Let him get help. That's it. Let him get help. You guys have already y'all hung him on the cross. Y'all put him on the cross. Let him rest for a couple of days. And I told this to Jed today. I said what he needs to do is deactivate his Facebook page for about a month or 2 months. Go on a hiatus. Forget social media, man. Take care of your mental health because this shit will kill you. I don't know if anybody else was looking at him today sitting in that car. It was scary. It was scary. He didn't look normal. He didn't look like he was okay. And if anybody on here gonna say he looked like he okay, something wrong with your ass. He did not look like he was okay.
He looked
that boy needs some help. He did. He looked suicidal. And here's the reality of it. If that boy sat there and killed his goddamn self, if he killed himself, what y'all gonna say then? Yeah, see, y'all shouldn't have been talking about it. See, y'all shouldn't have been doing that. Y'all shouldn't have been doing that. Like, no, let's rally behind him and let's see what we can do to get this young man.
I'll call my colleague.
Don't call nobody. We got somebody. We got somebody. Jed got somebody. I think Mark got somebody from out west. We good. We good. Thank you, Mark. You guys.
All right, Stringer.
Love you too, baby. I'll call my colleague up and say, please help this man because he need help.
You need some help too.
I'm a female. I can't help him. No, I don't need help. I'm blessed. God.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought my shit was muted. Let me just say this. I'm not.
Let me say this.
Y'all, please let me say this. I got some growing up to do myself. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I just don't know how to not be me and say what I say. I'm kind of eccentric. I'm a little crazy. But this is what I will say. Is that everything Stringer just said, I need to echo it. I was with this boy all day today. And there were moments when I definitely was concerned about him. I was very worried about him not being okay. And I also told him what was just pure facts, and that was we gonna deal with this. But if you step up as a leader and you lie, you're gonna lose. You got to deal with that regardless. I'm not trying to cover for that. I'm not trying to back anybody that'll hurt children. And I told him that from this moment on, you better not ever lie to me again, because I will definitely be your worst enemy. And the way he handled it is why I'm putting myself in the crosshairs again, and I'm asking for you guys to just pray for this young man and to be patient. And we're gonna tell you the truth as we find it out. I don't know what level of breakthrough me and Mark just had, but I would be lying if I say I appreciate that the line of communication might be open. And we got some stuff to deal with, some real shit to deal with. But
I want you to understand, sir. Let me say this. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you
I
off.
really was done.
Not
I
trying to
swear.
talk
I just
about
want to say
him.
this. I just want to say this. We have a few good men, and it's just not many of us who really walk this road. It's a handful of us, and I don't want to see none of these brothers die. Not even Jamal. I hope that in some strange way we could find a path to fixing our bullshit, because it's too much pain out here, and we need to get back to what's important. And that's it.
I ain't never stopped. Y'all stop. I'm still on it. I ain't quit. I ain't never stopped. I'm still on it. But go ahead. Y'all, we finna close out. We finna close out, people. So go ahead and say what y'all got to say. And I'm about to get out of here. Okay. Dr. D, you want to say
What
something?
I'm going to say, I'm going to say my last thing. Yeah, I do. I want to say what I want to say.
Come on. So we finna close out.
Art Johnson did not get on here.
We know. Don't worry about it. You can talk
Hey,
about
look. Let me get this word. Okay.
This
Hey,
man
look.
needs some help.
Okay.
It's my turn,
Hey,
y'all. I'm sorry. He did not get on there and bash this man to get some help. I say that I'm going to help him because I'm not going to help him. That works for me. Okay, with Jay, me, I have 35 clinicians that work for me, 2 PhDs, 5 master's degrees, and 1 pilot license. So I'm tired. You know, I'm tired. I had a cousin that died this morning at 23 years old. It's like I'm tired too. I got my work cut out for me too.
Doc, go to bed,
So
get you some rest. Get you some rest, Doc. So
I'm going to bed and get me some rest. I want to say this. Well, let me say this before I go to
Come
bed.
on now. All right.
You not on here to bash that man. You didn't bash him. For him to get
Doc,
some
you
help.
keep saying the same thing
I
over.
reached out to him.
All right.
Shut up.
All right. Come on now.
Hey, all right, Mark. Hey, look, check this out. Right, we got so much shit that's going on in this city of Chicago. You know what I'm saying? We got the fucking immigrants coming to take us over. You know what I'm saying? We sitting here worried about some shit that's 8 years ago. If the police ain't fucking with them, the feds ain't fucking with them, sheriffs ain't fucking with them, why the niggas gotta mess with them? Let that motherfucker do him. Hey, if he gonna be wrong, or if he wrong, it's gonna come out.
Sir, we have to protect our children as being men and women.
I understand that.
That's it. But this ain't. Hold on. This ain't. Listen, bro. Come on. This is a serious. These are serious allegations. If this man have been convicted of something and he's working around children, it's a possibility something can happen again. So that's all. Don't do it like that. Don't do it, bro. We got to keep our eye. Listen. We have to watch. This is serious.
I'm with the program.
Yeah.
I'm with the program.
Yeah.
I ain't against it, but I'm saying, you know, if he got something going on, it don't speak for itself. We all know this.
It is spoke.
Karma is a bitch.
Yeah. It's spoke, bro.
Yeah.
Listen. We can't listen. I'm not finna listen. I'm not going to act like these allegations aren't real. They are real. We got to get a brother benefit of the doubt. But we can't have you around our youth and things may transpire. We don't know if something happened. I'm not saying it did, but it's not a good look. All we see you is with little boys. And that's not a good look. And it wouldn't be wrong. It would be wrong for us if we don't say anything. Killing's going to always be here. We're not going to stop the killing. Jed may stop some. Crime chasing you might stop some. I may stop some. But people going to always kill. People going to always be killing. So we just, some issues we just got to address and make sure that we protect old folks, crazy people, and little children. You know, we got to. Well, y'all excuse me for saying crazy people, but some people decided, man, we just had to protect. And we have to. And like Jed said earlier today, he said we have to, he doing his investigation. I want him to do his investigation. He giving him the benefit of doubt. Y'all know me, I'm gun-ho. I'm on him. I'm on him like a pit bull. But Jed give him a benefit of doubt, and I ain't mad at Jed. Do what you got to do. As long as I know that he watching and keeping an eye on it, and he did talked to the brother today, and they got some things accomplished. So it's cool, and I feel you. So I want the best for the young man. I want the young man, if he need help, get help. Get help. And I believe in redemption. I'm a man of second chances.
Get together and get with him and get him some help.
Hey, bro.
Let's see what's
y'all turn your
in his
phone
brain.
down. Okay. All right, Marcus, you want to say anything? We got to go, y'all.
Yeah.
Come on.
Basically, we need, our people is messed up. We need prayer. This young man, we need to pray for him. All of us are God-fearing people. And at the end of the day, God forgave and redeemed. And people can be redeemed. I do believe that with all my heart. We need to pray for him. We need to pray for him in silence and maybe out loud. Because if this kid, what I saw in that video, when he was sitting in that car, he looked like he was suicidal. And them thoughts are probably going to run through his head the more stuff come out. His way of life is over as far as we know it. His way of life is hiding what he was hiding and now dealing with these other kids, and these other kids are finding out. Black kids are not so forgiving when their trust has been betrayed. That's all I got to say.
Okay.
Be careful.
Can I go home now, y'all? Or can I end now? We've been on here long enough. I appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight. Thank you, Jed. Thank all my guests. I want to it was a great night. We got some things accomplished, got some things off our chest. Thank God, no mudslinging and all that. It was a little bit, but we worked some things out. Again, people, I do practice what I preach. If I make a mistake and make a judgment about somebody that's wrong, I will apologize in the public. So I got it wrong about Jedediah's situation with the South Holland police. So he straightened it out. He corrected that. I apologize. So he didn't ask me for it. I gave it to him because, hey, I was wrong. I hate to give out wrong information, people. Y'all know me. I love to tell the truth and shame the devil. Sometimes it may be a little harsh when it come out, but I promise you, I don't mean no harm, but we just got to get the truth out. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, wife. Thank you, Marcus. And thank you, the other crime chaser. Thank you, 123. And all my wonderful Renee that came in and all those that spoke. My buddy 10 by 10, Mark Wallace, Erica, Chicago Black Citizens. Thank you, all of you guys. Thank you, some of you guys that follow CCC. Thank you for tuning in. I didn't like some of y'all bad comments and all that, but it's cool. I've been going through this for 10 years. It ain't gonna bother. My skin is tough. It's tough, but appreciate you for tuning in. Thank you so much. This is live, uncut. You already know what it is. Live, uncut,
and what?
Unedited. Tell the truth.
And what?
And shame the devil. I love being black.
Good night, y'all. Peace.